This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Hipp Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Hipp Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Hipp Network and SHNSports.com.
Well, a pleasant good Tuesday afternoon, and welcome to another edition of Georgetown Eagle Baseball, live tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. I'm Rob Hipp, alongside my good friend and broadcast partner, Galen Wellnicki. And Galen, it's game number 2 of this 2-game series of Georgetown versus Elgin, now back at home tonight after Georgetown holding on for a victory on Friday at Elgin, Texas, and they're looking to sweep this season series here. Should be a good game, Galen, and you know Elgin is going to come out here prepared tonight.
They need the game. They need the game to stay close in the race. If they win, they're 3-1, and we're 3-1. We're 3-1. So, and everything's setting up for. There's a big series this weekend, Friday and Saturday, between Cedar Park and Rouse, which could go a long way. You know, you'd almost want them to split, so each one of them would have a loss out of that.
Well, we did have a scare, if you will, versus, and not to cause any panic with any of our listeners out there, but there was a scare back in Elgin just on Friday night. Georgetown, Elgin made a lot of mental mistakes early, right, and Georgetown was able to capitalize, but then on the flip side of it, Galen, Georgetown made a lot of mental mistakes as well, and luckily the Eagles were able to hold on for that victory. Yeah,
it could have got real. There was a couple of places where it could have got real close real quick.
Well, we are set to start here in just a few moments. Again, thanks for joining us tonight live from Georgetown High School on a beautiful afternoon. I didn't have a chance to look at the weather, but the wind hardly blowing at all out there, Galen. I would predict the temperatures are in the 70s. It's been beautiful all day. This morning it was in the 40s. And here at Georgetown High School, of course, Georgetown in their blue and white. Actually, they're in their white jerseys, white pinstripe jerseys and pinstripe pants tonight. If you'll remember, they were wearing the yellow jerseys through the first few games in honor of Madeline Scholes for the cancer benefit, and now tonight they are back in their white jerseys, white pants. And Galen, pretty cool traditional jerseys out there. Eagles written in cursive across the front. They'll have the blue numbering and also their blue caps. For the visiting Elgin Wildcats, purple jerseys, white numbers in white pants. They also have socks that are in purple, striped in white. But the Eagle Blue here tonight, Galen, again, the wind is starting to whip a little bit out there at center field as we can see it. It looks like it's
blowing across the right field.
Yeah, blowing across the right field. And quickly going over here on our corners at left and right at 323 here at Georgetown High School. The power alley's at 385, and I'm always mistaken with what center field is out there.
Just
it's pretty close to that. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, Galen, we'll take a quick break. We'll dig a little bit more in. Time now, 6:59 p.m. We're just about to get underway. This is Georgetown Eagle Baseball, live tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. We'll be right back in just a few moments.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Hipp Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Hipp Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Hipp Network and SHNSports.com.
Welcome back to Georgetown High School for 19-5A District Baseball. I'm Rob Hipp alongside Galen Wellnicki. Galen, if you don't mind, let's go over those 19-5A standings here with the top 4 making it here so far in Georgetown. I know we're early, only 3 games through, but I'll let you go over those, Galen.
Okay, Georgetown and Cedar Park are tied for first right now at 3-0. Rouse is second at 2-0, and that's simply because Rouse has their bye this early in the race. Elgin is 2-1 in fourth place. Hutto and Cedar Creek are tied for fifth at 1-2. Conley sixth at 0-1 because they had the opening week bye. And Bastrop and Eastville are 0-3, are both 0-3.
Well, you just mentioned Rouse with that bye week, and I believe Coach Chad Crimpine is sitting out there in the stands, if I'm not mistaken. So he's here, of course, getting a look at Georgetown. And Rouse, a great broadcast partner with us now at SHN Sports. We appreciate the Rouse family here on SHN this year. But tonight, Georgetown looking to keep things going here in 19-5A. Wanted to mention, too, Georgetown still in that Texas baseball poll ranked at number 20. But those numbers don't mean anything at the end of the day if Georgetown can't get out with a victory, Galen.
Right, and they really, the rankings, what do the rankings mean? Because it's all going to come down, because to get to where you want to go, you're going to have to beat everybody anyway. So.
Well, we're just about to get started here after 7 o'clock now. The time is 7:01 p.m. The public address announcer tonight here at Georgetown High School is Curtis Parker. We appreciate Curtis being out here as always and the fine work that he does for Georgetown. Galen, we'll go over the starting lineup for the visiting Elgin Wildcats. If you want to go over those, Galen, I'll hand it back over to you.
Okay, Jace Grady will lead off at shortstop. Isaac Davila will be bat second at second base. Jonathan Gonzalez will be third in center field. Dante Woodard, left-hander, will be the pitcher and also bat fourth. Andrew Gonzalez will play third base. Jacob Harkins will be at first base. Jacob Navarras will be the catcher. Ethan Owens will be in left field. And Jacob Neidig will be in right field. And there is no DH since Mr. Woodard is going to hit for himself and be the cleanup hitter.
For the Georgetown Eagles, leading off tonight will be the catcher, number 20, Wyatt Childress. In that second position, the designated hitter, number 12, Jackson Siosin. And then in that third spot, the first baseman, number 23, Cole Moore. That's your 1, 2, and 3. Your 4, 5, and 6, the center fielder, number 6, Ryan. I beg your pardon, is Ryan playing center tonight? He is playing center.
Right.
The center fielder, number 6, Ryan Knights. The third baseman, number 7, Jeffrey Davis. Did I have Jeffrey down there right in the right spot? It's Jeffrey David. He is in that right field. And then in left field, number 25, Hunter Savarese. The shortstop, number 5, Cole Posey. And the second baseman, number 8, Luke Seaback for the Georgetown Eagles. Again, 1, 2, and 3, Wyatt Childress, Jackson Siosin, Cole Moore. And then 4, 5, and 6, Ryan Knights, Jeffrey David, Noah Thompson. And then the bottom 3, Hunter Savarese, Cole Posey, and Luke Seaback. And let's talk real quick, Galen, about, Georgetown had some change-ups versus Elgin as far as their positioning, and most of those players have now resumed their roles with Cole Moore back on first base and Wyatt Childress back behind the plate tonight as the catcher.
Right, and they've gone back, and the only change, for either team of any major is that Woodard has moved in as a pitcher, and Harkins has moved to first base. They've just switched positions.
Well, as you mentioned, Rouse, of course, on their bye week here. Friday's games, Georgetown will be at Bastrop. Eastview will be at Cedar Creek. Rouse at Cedar Park. Elgin and Connolly. Hutto is going to be open. And a lot of teams in that THSS BC 5A top 10. Cleburne at 15-1. Bernie Champion at the second, and Tom Ball Memorial in the third. We'll send it over for the national anthem. We'll be right back after this. A beautiful rendition of our country's national anthem. We are set to get started here in just a few moments. Again, thanks for joining us tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. It's always our true honor, privilege, and blessing to be able to bring you Georgetown Eagle baseball. And Galen, man, I've been in home inspector training since Friday. I've been getting up at 5 o'clock, leaving the house around 6 or 7, and then not getting back until 6 or 7 at night. And now we're in the field the next 4 days, so I was able to get from Austin. We left at 5:30, got right over here, and was able to be here tonight, man.
So
So can't believe it. I thought I was going to be late. And you guys, hey, I wanted to commend David England, Nathan Height, Mike Colby here as well, Cole Smith being here, and you, Galen. Thank y'all for getting everything set up. I just basically had to come in and click a few switches. That's the first time I've had to do that. So appreciate it.
Well, you know, if that's what a team does.
Absolutely. Well, I always say that we are blessed with the best here at SHN, and it's because of the fine work that our SHN family, such as you guys, do. On the mound for Georgetown, getting those warm-up pitches, is number 14, Grayson Smith. Grayson having a great season so far for Georgetown, and they are now 3-0 here in 19-5A, and I know that you've got some stats there for Grayson.
Grayson's pitched 20 in the third innings. He's got a 1-2 win-loss record. With a 2.41 ERA, he struck out 18 and walked only 3, which is not bad.
Not bad at all.
That's really a good ratio. If you can keep that ratio up all season, you're going to be successful.
And I've got some stats here, Galen, that may be slightly out of date. Yours are up to date. So if I'm calling, do you have any the batting stats? You do right there. Thank you, Galen. Appreciate it. So we'll have that here for us as well. Just about to get started. Normally, we're right on the money here at about 7 o'clock. But things just taking a little bit long here. 7:07 the official time here at Georgetown High School. Not a cloud in the sky. There's a few clouds out there that have been painted across the sky, but nothing that is really going to cause any problems tonight. It's going to be a beautiful night for baseball here in Georgetown, Texas. And again, leading off for the visiting Elgin Wildcats is shortstop number 2, Jace Grady. So he will head over to the mound, and he is the left-handed hitter leadoff for Elgin, Galen.
He is an and he got on base twice and scored once in the game Thursday night.
It's more than I did. I was calling baseball. Jay standing with that left foot down in the bottom corner, again on the mound for Georgetown. The wind-up pitch off the right hand. This one's going to tip foul to start things off. A strike for Jace Grady.
Well, that woke up the people sitting up against the screen. They probably broke up their conversation there a little bit.
One pitch down, 0-1 the early count here. Again, Grayson Smith on the mound for Georgetown, stands with that right foot just on the rubber, kicks up the left, right-handed delivery on the way. This one's going to ground over, and it should be a routine 6-3, and it is. Little Cole Posey to Cole Moore to start things off, and that's the way Georgetown needs to play tonight. One out. Well, you're already one away here, Galen.
Yeah, on a foul ball like that, you don't want to have your nose too up close to that expandable screen, because when it hits, that thing will stretch a little bit.
We move over now to the right-handed hitter, the second baseman, number 24, Isaac Davila. Isaac holds that bat high above his head, stands pretty low in the batter's box. The kick up, the pitch on its way. This one's going to ground over as well. Now the third baseman, Jeffrey David, on a quick 5-3, and just like that, 1-2 for Georgetown. Good defense so far by the Eagles out there. Of course, Grayson Smith on the mound pitching. The catcher, Wyatt Childress. At first base is Cole Moore. Luke Seaback at second. At third, Jeffrey David. Cole Posey, the shortstop. And then left to right is Hunter Savarese, Ryan Neitch, and Noah Thompson.
2 outs on 3 pitches is pretty economical.
Not bad at all. Gonzalez now the hitter. This pitch is going to go across for a strike. The first pitch that we've seen that's went across as a strike, besides that foul ball moments ago. 0-1 the early count here on Jonathan Gonzalez. Next pitch on its way. This one too close and inside. Even count at 1-1. And Gonzalez, he's a center fielder, I believe, on defense.
Yes.
Is that right? I had that written down as the number. Grayson kicks up the right-handed delivery. This one's going to hit right in and takes a bounce over to Luke Seaback, and a little 4-3. 1, 2, and 3 for Georgetown as they come out of the gates here. Great defense and great start for Grayson Smith. Galen, not even 5 minutes, and we're already through the first half of 1.
6 pitches, that's pretty good, and we got a little infield practice there because every one of the infielders touched the ball that inning.
Well, we'll take a quick break. We will be back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle Baseball on the SHNSports.com broadcast network will continue after this.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit shnsports.com/VIP. That's shnsports.com/VIP.
Back in action here from Georgetown High School. We'll quickly go over that Elgin defense. Dante Woodard, number 32, will be on the mound pitching. Jacob Navajas behind the plate. And then at first base, number 6, Jacob Harkins. At second base, number 24, Isaac Davila. And over at third base, number 15, Andrew Gonzalez. The shortstop, number 2, Jace Grady. And then from left to right, we'll go with number 23, Ethan Owens at left. At center, number 7, Jonathan Gonzalez. And then in that right field position, number 2, Jacob Niedig. And that's how we get things started here for the Elgin Wildcats as they look to respond to that quick 3 up, 3 down by Georgetown moments ago.
Looking at Niedig out there in right field, it looks like the sun might be a little bit of a problem in right field right now because he was shading his eyes with his forearm while he's playing catch there between innings. Mr. Woodard's in pitching. He played first base the last game, and he looks like he's a left-hander, and he comes over the top.
Well, again, leading off for Georgetown will be the catcher, number 20, Wyatt Childress. This is his 13th game now. He's had 38 plate appearances, 27 at-bats, 8 hits here on this season. He's hitting .296 for the Georgetown Eagles. Well, Galen, you and I had an interesting conversation on our way to a game a week or so ago about how the stats in baseball, they're ever evolving and ever changing. I've got a lot to learn, man, because every time I think I've nailed something, you're like, wait a minute, they got another change.
I read a book not too long ago by one of ESPN's analyst, and he's a sabermatician, and they've got all kinds of things the major leagues now and organized baseball does to measure players, and they've basically thrown out things like RBI and batting average and won-loss record. They're saying that there are other numbers that predicate or predict how good a player is rather than those things. Although you'd much rather have a 350 hitter than a 250 hitter.
Yeah, no joke. We're 1-1 here, just underway for Georgetown now on the offense. The left-handed pitch, this one too far outside, and the early count here is 2 balls and 1 strike against Wyatt Childress. Again, on the mound is number 32, Dante Woodard for the Wildcats. He's a left-handed pitcher throwing here against a right-handed hitter. Pitch on its way. This one a swing and a miss, and it's an even count now. Deuces across the board. Well, I say across, it's a lie. It's 2-2, no outs, Galen. You're supposed to knock me in the head if I say something wrong, Galen. I give you permission.
I'm not a man of violence today.
Left-handed pitch here on the way. This one's going to be hit over. That's a base hit right up the middle across second base into the outfield, and a great job there by Childress leading off for Georgetown. And the first hit for the Georgetown Eagles, first hit we've seen tonight by any team here in the bottom of the first inning.
Number 12, Jackson Seosin.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 12, Jackson Seosin. And Seosin having a great season so far as well. This is his 19th game. Galen, he's got 18 hits for the Eagle. He's reached first base 13 times. And Jackson Seosin bats right at 400. So not a bad season at all for this young man. Left-handed pitch on the way. He was looking for that sack bunt. Pulls back on it. It's going to be called a ball, 1-0.
Well, Woodard's already thrown as many pitches as Smith did in the first inning, 6. So.
Second pitch on its way. This one appears to be a little too high and out. The early count, 2-0. May have heard some buzzing there. Some of the buzzing is the lights here. The other buzzing was our hotspot device, so I caught that, Galen. I don't know if you heard that kind of riffling in the background.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't me scratching my beard.
Well, I finally shaved again, so.
Yeah, I just noticed that, Galen.
Yeah.
Man. Pitch on its way. This one's swinging a miss. Base runner trying to get back on first, and he got there in time as Navajas trying to throw over to Harkins. It counted 2-1. That was a close one. Yeah, if I shave all the way, man, I look like I'm about 15 years old. I like to keep my 34-year-old stature going. See, and you've still got the mustache, so you're supporting it, man. Pitch here across for a strike right across. The count even now at 2-2 on Jackson Seosin.
I think I've had a mustache now for 39 years. I think if I can remember, I think I grew it in 16. In fact, I may have had it for longer than that because I think I grew it in 69. I'm not sure, 69 or 70.
2-2 the count, no outs. Base runner on first. This pitch on its way. It's going to be hit over to right field, but in foul territory over the fence near the light post. The count remains 2-2. Again, no outs. Base runner on first. Wyatt Childress with that hit moments ago. Jackson Seosin trying to do some damage here and look for his 19th hit of the season. He finds himself in a 2-2 hole right now, Galen. On deck behind him, Cole Moore. Kick up, the pitch on its way. This one too high. Georgetown going to try to steal, and he got there in time.
Yep.
Another stolen base for the Eagles. That's what they're known for, although Galen on Friday, Georgetown didn't have a lot of stolen base. I don't think they had one.
Nope.
And, they came into that game with over 60 already, getting their first stolen base here tonight back at home.
This team may not have quite as much speed as some of the past Georgetown teams, just from looking at them from this is the fourth time we've seen them, so.
The count full now at 3-2 as Woodard looking for that payoff pitch on its way. Too high outside. Georgetown going to try to steal over to 3. And I think he got out that time.
Nope.
Wow, they said he's safe.
He got under the tag.
And Galen here on that, I'm not sure, but Jackson Seosin is over to first.
Well,
So what happened there?
He walked.
He did walk. I didn't catch that, Galen. So on a 3-2, the walk. So Jackson will reach on the walk. And now we have runners in the corner for Georgetown. Cole Moore, the left-handed hitter for the Georgetown Eagles, now up to bat. He had a big home run for Georgetown on Friday. And, in fact, he has 3 home runs on the season. But Ryan Knight's still leading the team with 4. For Cole Moore, he's played in 19 games now tonight. His 65th plate appearance. He's got 24 hits. That by far leads the team. Jackson Seosin behind him, as well as, I didn't want to leave this out, Jeffrey David has 19 hits. He's actually in that second spot as far as hits go here in this early season, Galen.
Yeah, the umpires got together. The Elgin coach came out and talked to the base umpire, and he went and talked to the home plate umpire, and they ruled him safe. So,
the head coach, Edward Stringer, the assistant, Adam Adams. We had a chance to talk to Coach Adams after Friday. Appreciate, as always, the hospitality by our friends in Elgin, Texas. Great community, and, hey, I'm not going to lie, they got some great barbecue over there as well.
And I noticed we all cleaned our plates pretty well down there the other day. This is a rarity here with hardly any wind at all. Nothing in Coles.
The 9 pitches so far, if I'm counting that correctly,
11.
Galen? 11. Runners in the corner for Georgetown. Left-handed pitch on its way. This one's going to hit foul. It won't be catchable. It should bounce off of the Georgetown covered batting cages, and it does. The count now at 0-1 for Cole Moore. Appreciate Cole Smith up here doing a great job as always. Technical directing tonight. Making it happen. Left-handed pitch. This one, Kerr. Oh, wow. It clipped that outside corner. They're going to call it a strike, 0-2. Wanted to give a shout-out to Cole, man. He's out working hard all day and comes right over here to Georgetown. So make sure we'll tell your wife how much we appreciate you, man. So we won't get you in any trouble, man. Or say wife. Girlfriend of a long time. Pitch on its way. This one is going to be a ball, 1-2. I think when you've been in a relationship for, I don't know what the year is, but Bridget and I have been together a long time. Now, it's not official, though, so you can't say that. But, you get to that mark in your journey, there ain't nobody else. Ain't nobody got no time for that. 1-2. Swing and a miss. The runner going to try to advance, and now he's going to be stranded. Georgetown's going to come home here and score. So,
steal.
Wyatt Childress is going to steal home. Jackson Seosin is going to steal over to second. And Cole Moore will be out on the strikeout swinging for the first out for the Georgetown Eagles. So runner in scoring position for Georgetown now, Jackson Seosin. Wyatt Childress had 3 stolen bases on his at bat there, Galen. And Georgetown leading 1-0.
You just don't usually see a catcher steal 3 bases.
No, not at all. Kick up, the left-handed pitch on the way, and a swing and a miss here on Ryan Goodnight. 0-1 the early count. And as we talk about Ryan, his 20th game here of the season, he is now at his 73rd plate appearance. No, do you call that a plate? No.
Yeah, that's a plate appearance, and this is an at-bat.
A pitch on its way, and that one too close inside. And I guess Galen explained this for our view.
The plate appearance is, is every time you come to the plate. A bat is every time you didn't walk or get hit by a pitch, and he's got tattooed several times by.
Yeah, he leads the team in getting hit with the ball. That's right. Pitch on the inside, another ball, 2-1. And we should have that, as we look here as far as Ryan Knights. He's been hit 9 times this year.
Yeah, that explains a big part of it right there.
Yeah. Well, he and Jackson's with 8, so Jackson getting a little smackarooski as well. He's probably got some stitch marks somewhere on his body from getting hit many times.
He's got hit 9 times, and he's walked 7 times. So that's 16 at-bats, right? That's 16 plate appearances right there. So
2-1 the count here on Goodnight. Base runner in scoring position on second. This one pulls back too low. It's another ball, 3-1. Again, just 1 out here in this ball game so far. Georgetown leads 1-0 in the bottom of the first. Pitch on its way. This delivery up too high and walked him. So it's the second walk now for Georgetown. And that'll put Ryan Knights on first. Base runner on second is Jackson Seosin. And now we'll have the third baseman, number 7, Jeffrey David, making his 58th plate appearance this season. He's played in 20 games, counting tonight, averaging .388 on the season. His on-base percentage, .426, Galen.
Woodard has already thrown 20 pitches.
Wow. And Georgetown throwing how many?
6.
6 to 20. Pitch on its way. This one too close inside. 1 ball, no strikes.
I went up and dug up the literature on how many days rest you have to take by how many pitches you throw in a game, and I can go over that in a little while.
We'll talk about that. Good stuff, Galen. Here on the 1-0, 1 out. A little 101. Somebody needs to start teaching here. Right, left-handed pitch, too far outside, and now we're in 201. Do they call those 101, 201, 301, Galen? The classes? Are you following me? They always say 101 in school.
Yeah.
Hey, 101, math 101. I would probably be math negative 101. I'm not good at math, Galen. High pitch here, 3-0 the count.
I think I hate to say it, but looking at Woodard, I think when he got on the bus today down in Elgin, his control didn't get on the bus with him at times. Although he did strike out Cole.
Yeah, this young man's still trying to find his rhythm here. 3-0 pitch on its way, and
he got the automatic in there.
He got a little corner, so still some work here as David's got his options on a 3-1. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Georgetown leads 1-0. Base runners on first and second. It's Knights on first, who reached on a walk, and Seosin stole his way after a walk on to second. Pitch on its way, and another walk. Base runners will advance. Seosin will now be on third. Knights will move over to second, and Jeffrey David will reach on a walk now, and that's 3 walks here in this first inning, and 2 in a row for Dante Woodard. And we wonder if before too long, as bases are loaded here, if we will see some activity in the bullpen. We'll get that from David England as the night goes on.
Right now, with the trouble the right fielders having a ball hit in the air to right field, and that might be a problem.
Noah Thompson, 273, does have a home run here in this season, and boy, what a time it would be for a grand slam. However, on that one, the pitch thrown for a strike, 0-1, Galen.
Yes, it was.
It'd be a perfect time for a second home run here. Pitch on its way, looking for the bunt, picks up. And they're going to call that a ball. 1-1. So ones across the board here. Aces as we go. Bases loaded for the Georgetown Eagles on the 1-1. Where Georgetown has to capitalize here. Left-handed pitch. This one too far on the curveball as it clips the corner. Tried to clip the corner. Too far outside. 2-1.
It's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The first one where he bunted, the umpire called it a strike, actually.
Now a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Thank you, Galen.
Number 14's warming up.
Cole just telling us that number 14 is warming up for the Elgin Wildcats. We'll have that information here.
That's Smith's probably throwing again down in our bullpen.
Oh.
Smith's throwing in our bullpen because the innings gotten so long.
Oh, yeah. Smith will be down there. Yeah, sorry. I was about to say, wait a minute.
Mr. Savarese.
Pitch on its way to Savarese, and this one too low and in the inside. 1-0 the early count here on Hunter Savarese.
It's going to be a shame if we can't put another person in here with much.
I mean, you got bases loaded right now. Georgetown needs to capitalize here. They got 2 outs. Pitch on its way. This one's going to ground foul over off the third base side, and the count here 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, Hunter Savarese, this is his 16th game of the season, averaging .364. Galen, he's got 12 hits. It'd be a perfect time for a 13th hit. If he can place that out there into that power alley in the left, we could get 2, but a swing and a miss here, and the count at 1-2. If he could just drop that ball in that right spot out there, Galen. Really, if he could hit it over there off that.
Well, look at the gap too between.
Corner.
Look at the gap on the ground between first and second.
Well, this one's going to ground into the bullpen of Georgetown. The count remains 1-2, 2 outs. Yeah, I mean, if he could find that way to hit that bad boy on that left field out there, you're right about the gap. Everybody's kind of shifted here as well. A 1-2 pitch, kick up on its way. This one foul, back off behind us. And the count remains 1-2. We're through the 7th position here in the lineup. Hunter Savarese, a right-handed hitter on its way. This one too close inside. And we are all even now. 2-2-2, Galen. 2-2-2. You remember pizza place back in the day had the 5-5-5 deal. 5 pizzas, $5. I don't know what the other 5 was for. 5 toppings maybe? Got him looking on that one for the 3rd strike. So, boy, tough break for Georgetown. They're only able to get 1 run out of that, Galen, on 1 hit. No errors, but they leave 3 on base. That's something that Coach Foster and his staff not going to be happy with. We'll see what the Georgetown defense has rolling here as we move up to the top of the 2nd inning. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle Baseball on the SHNSports.com broadcast network will continue in just a few moments.
Thousands of listeners, laser-focused marketing, and showing a high level of community involvement. Those are a few of many reasons to advertise with SHN Sports. We strive to keep our broadcast as affordable as possible, and your support makes that happen. Please consider advertising with SHN Sports. Email rob@shnsports.com. That's rob@shnsports.com. We have a solution for everyone.
Welcome back to a beautiful night for baseball here at Georgetown High School. Rob Hipp alongside Galen Wellnicki. Cole Smith, our technical director tonight. Nathan Height operating our box cam. And David England with our field cam tonight. Georgetown leads 1-0 as we are at the top of the 2nd inning. Getting his warm-up pitches, Grayson Smith on the mound. But, boy, Georgetown, Galen, I know I keep circling back to that. They left 3 on, and that is something that they have got to work on. You cannot leave that many runners in. Galen, they left 3 on from only 1 out, if you look at it that way.
Right.
And give credit, though, after walking 2 hitters, you got to give credit to Dante Woodard to be able to pull out of that. Well, leading off for Georgetown, or I beg your pardon, leading off for Elgin, none other than Dante Woodard. He is in that fourth position. The pitcher, he has no designated hitter. He is a left-handed hitter for the Elgin Wildcats. So Grayson on the mound. Again, that right foot on the rubber. Holds the glove up high above his ear. Now lowers down. Kicks up the left leg. Right-handed delivery. And this one is going to be a base hit over to the left power alley. That's going to be a double. And we will see if he stopped. No, he could have almost, he probably could have went for 3 there as Knight's bobbling that one around. But give him a double to lead off here for Elgin. So he redeems himself at the pitching end, Galen, and then comes right out and leads off with a double here.
They got some guys that can stroke the ball on this team.
He's got a designated hitter out there that is going to be at second base. Of course, he'll have that as the pitcher, and that's number 11. And do we have a number 11 for Elgin on our roster here, Galen? We do. It's Jacob Ninzenblatt out there. Now hitting, the third baseman, number 15, Andrew Gonzalez, a right-handed hitter for Elgin with a runner in scoring position. That designated runner out there is Georgetown Grayson Smith, keeping that runner honest at second. Again, your score 1-0 here in the top of the second. No outs, just underway for Elgin. Georgetown last inning only throwing 6 pitches here. And unfortunately on the 7th getting a double. This pitch on its way, it's going to ground foul over off the first base side. The count at 0-1. Again behind the plate, 20, Wyatt Childress on the mound. The right-handed pitcher for Georgetown, number 14, Grayson Smith. He's thrown 8 pitches now, if I'm not mistaken, on his 9th here. This one right across the plate on the fastball. The count 0-2. Jacob Harkins on deck for Elgin. As Grayson looks over his right shoulder. Now the delivery. This one's going to be hit over to right field, chasing it down. And able to pull that one down for the out is Ryan Knight. So the center fielder making his way over to that right power alley. Knight was able to pull that one down for the first out. However, Dante Woodard able to move his way over to third. So the first out for Gonzalez on a fly 8. And it is now the first baseman, number 6, Jacob Harkins, the right-handed hitter for the Wildcats. Jacob stands with that right foot in the center of the box, down at the bottom. As Grayson kicks up the right-handed delivery. This one clips too far on the outside on the curve. 1 ball, no strikes. Right-handed pitch on its way. That fastball right across the plate, looking 1-1. Again, base runner on third, Dante Woodard. Well, it's not Woodard, it's his pinch hitter out there, number 11. Kick up here, the right-handed pitch. This one's going to ground over the top of the head, and Elgin should be able to come in and score 1. But it is a nice little play out there by Luke Seaback on a 4-3 to Cole Moore for the second out, but Elgin does bring 1 in.
Throw from Seaback to Moore for out number 2 brings up the catcher, number 8, Jacob Navejas.
Well, the catcher, number 8, Jacob Navejas, now at bat for Elgin. Again, another right-handed hitter. The score now 1-1 here. 2 outs, nobody on. Pitch on its way. That one way too far outside. It got away from Grayson. 1 ball, no strikes, Galen. I feel like I've had about 30 strikes this week with my schedule, man. I'm about to strike out. Right-handed pitch. Boy, this one too close inside. A little shake and bake. Ricky Bobby out there. Enrique Bobet. 2-0 the count. You ever been to Italy?
No.
I don't think Enrique's at Italy, though. Italian. Pitched too far on the inside. 3-0 the count. Well, hey, if you're out there joining us tonight, love to hear from you. Feel free to send us a text message to our SHN text line. Our fan line open, 512-522-9105. Again, send us a text. Let us know if you got a shout-out, 512-522-9105. Pitch on its way. That one going to be called with a strike on the fastball, 3-1. And again, please don't call that number. We did have some folks call, which was okay, but going forward, please don't call that number. Feel free to text us at that number, and we'll be more than happy to give you a shout-out. Let us know who you're cheering on tonight. Right-handed pitch way too far out. And on a 3-1, Navajas is going to reach on a walk. And Grayson Smith trying to find some rhythm and get back into it here. He'll have his battle versus the left fielder, number 23, Ethan Owens, a right-handed hitter. And now Childress talking things over at the mound with Grayson Smith.
Number 5 is courtesy running for Navajas.
So 5 for Navajas will be David Perez. So Perez out there at first. Pinch running for Navajas. 2 outs, again, tied up here in the bottom of the second, or the top of the second inning. 1-1 your score live from Georgetown High School. Grayson, this pitch going to ground over. Should be a little 4-5.
4-6.
4-6 it is, and the third out, and that'll do it. So not ideally where Georgetown wanted to be, but at least they were able to hold on here. And in that inning, 1 run scored on 1 hit. There were no errors and 1 left on for the Wildcats. We move to the bottom of the second. Don't go anywhere, folks. Tie ball game, 1-1. We'll be right back. Georgetown Eagle baseball here. 19-5A district action on SHN Sports will continue in just a few moments.
Thousands of listeners, laser-focused marketing, and showing a high level of community involvement. Those are a few of many reasons to advertise with SHN Sports. We strive to keep our broadcast as affordable as possible, and your support makes that happen. Please consider advertising with SHN Sports. Email rob@shnsports.com. That's rob@shnsports.com. We have a solution for everyone.
Well, friends, we hate to report on breaking news here, and if it's something that warrants us to break in outside of sports, we will. And unfortunately, down in Austin, another explosion just occurred at the Goodwill on Brody Lane. 1 person injured. We sure hate to hear that, and we hope and pray that that person is going to be okay. But again, things in Austin getting out of hand now with these explosions, and just moments ago receiving a message that one just occurred at Goodwill on Brody Lane. Galen, just very upsetting and disheartening to hear what's going on down in Austin, Texas.
I worked on Brody Lane today.
Cole up here, our technical director, saying that he worked on Brody earlier today. And it's unbelievable what we're seeing, and we hope that whoever is doing this can be stopped immediately.
Well, I think the theory in our family is, we've talked it over quite a bit, is that somebody is practicing for something big to come.
There's like 100 FBI on Brody Lane today too. Like everywhere, they were shutting down like shopping centers and crime tape everywhere. How does a bomb go off with FBI agents all over that road?
Well, here leading off for Georgetown, the pitch on its way, and it's going to be a ball. Let me look here. I got Cole Posey, the shortstop, number 5, right-handed hitter for Elgin. Pitch on its way here, going to be called a strike, 1-1. So Woodard trying to keep things rolling here, 1-1 count for Cole Posey.
Yeah, exactly. Slipping.
This one too close inside. The count at 2 balls, 1 strike for Cole Posey. Again, we appreciate the Posey family, all they do for Georgetown. Pitch on its way and a swing and a miss. 2-2 now, no outs. We're tied at 1 apiece here in the bottom of the second inning. Woodard lines up, left-handed delivery and a swing and a miss, and got him. Galen, that is now the 4th strikeout for Woodard. He's redeeming himself And we move to the bottom of the lineup, the second baseman, number 8, Luke Seaback. Luke here in his 19th game. He's 46 plate appearances now, including this one. 6 hits. He's reached first base on 6. He hasn't been able to come around and score, but he does have, for Georgetown, 4 RBIs. He's only been hit by the pitch once, so he's not getting a lot of tattoos out there, which is a good thing. First pitch on the way to Seaback will be called a strike, 0-1. Next pitch, this one is going to be hit foul over off the first base side in uncatchable territory, 0-2. Again, 1 out here, 0-2. We're tied at 1 apiece in the bottom of the second from Georgetown High School as the sun is setting behind us. Nightfall starting to trickle in with the beautiful painting across the sky here. I love that color this time of the day, Galen.
The people on the right side of the infield are very happy with it because they no longer have the sun in their eye.
Left-handed pitch on the way on the 0-2. This one way too far outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Little 1-2. Delivery. Swing and a miss. Boy, back-to-back strikeout swinging for Woodard. As we move to the top of the lineup, back to the catcher, number 20, Wyatt Childress. He had that hit in the first and was able to steal 3 more to come home. 3 stolen bases after that hit. We'll see if Childress can give Georgetown a little life here with 2 outs, nobody on, and the score tied at 1 apiece. Pitch on the way. This one's going to be called a strike. Well, once again, if you're out there listening tonight, we'd love to hear from you. Send us a message, 512-522-9105. Again, that's the SHN Sports fan line. Pitch on its way. This one a grounder too low. The count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, 512-522-9105. Thanks for joining us, and we appreciate your messages. Left-handed pitch on a 1-1. This one, they're going to say that clipped, and Galen from here, that looked a little close. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
There was one in San Antonio today, too.
1-2, 2 outs. Woodard winds up, left-handed pitch on the way, and this is going to be a base hit. Great hit. Childress doing it again for Georgetown. With his second hit, Georgetown's second hit, and he's got both of them. Reaches on first. It'll be Jackson Seosin behind him. Jackson reaching on a walk, was left stranded at third as part of that 3-man trio that was left on base earlier in the first. So again, Wyatt Childress with the second hit tonight, the only 2 hits for Georgetown. It'll be Jackson Seosin at bat for the Eagles, a right-handed hitter standing in the center of the box. The 2-out pitch on its way. Too far out, 1-0. You can call that a 2-out pitch, can't you, Galen?
Yeah. You couldn't call it a 1-out pitch.
No.
Or a 3-out pitch.
Or a 5-out.
Yeah.
Unless you were in the second. It just wouldn't work, Galen.
No.
That gets too technical. It doesn't make sense. Left-handed pitch, swing and a miss. 1-1, 2 outs. Matt Leishman listening in tonight. Appreciate you, Matt. Hope everything in Arizona going great. Matt doing wonderful work as the editor of the newspaper there just outside of Phoenix, Arizona. We appreciate Matt Leishman still keeping connected all the way from Arizona. Of course, an integral part of our first 3 years here at SHN Sports. So a shout out to you, brother. Appreciate you. Left-handed pitch. Georgetown going to try to steal over to second. Did he get there in time? No, he's out. So Childress trying to reach, and he will be out on that steal for the 3rd out. And what was that on? A little 2-6 action out there on that 3rd out. So Georgetown, unfortunately, not able to get anything going here in the second. A little 1-2-3 action. Or beg your pardon, 1-2-3-4, because Seosin was out there. But Seosin will be back up to bat next, though,
Right.
Galen. So in that inning for Georgetown, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. We're through 2. We go to the top of the 3rd. We'll be right back. Georgetown Eagle 19-5A District Baseball will continue here in just a few moments.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit shnsports.com/VIP. That's shnsports.com/VIP.
Better there than here.
Back in action here at Georgetown High School. Rob Hipp with Galen Wellnicki. And we are moving to the top of the third inning here, getting the warm-up pitches on the mound. Grayson Smith all tied up at 1 run apiece. Thanks for joining us here live from Georgetown High School tonight. Georgetown Eagle 19-5A action. Georgetown 3-0. Elgin 2-1 here in this early season. They fell to Georgetown. And the Eagles have got to keep things alive because, you know, Rouse is going to be fighting for that district championship again, and some Rouse representatives out here tonight. I believe Coach Krimpine is here watching the game tonight, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, on their bye week, they'll be back on the SHN Network versus Cedar Park. Leading off for the Elgin Wildcats at the bottom of the lineup, the right fielder, Jacob Niedig. Pitch on its way and tip foul.
Got a piece of Childress there.
You call that a
Foul.
TFC, tip foul Childress.
Or catcher, if you want
Yeah,
to be
there you go.
anonymous.
0-1 the count, tied up 1 apiece. Curtis buzzing. 0-1. Ground over to third. David going to try to make a 5-3. Did he get there in time? He did. And what a grab by Cole Moore right into his glove. And a nice first out for Georgetown. 5-3, 1 out. We go back to the top of the lineup now for the Wildcats. The shortstop, number 2, Jace Grady. He's 0 for 1. He was out on a 6-3 in that first inning. Isaac David, or beg your pardon, it's Jace Grady, of course. Kicks up, pitch. Oh, boy, they did inchworm his way back on that. 1-0 the count.
A little bit of a dance there.
Grady stands with that left foot right in the lower corner quadrant of that left batter's box. The pitch goes off the knuckles of Childress, and the count at 2-0. Got some text coming in now, some shout-outs. Let's go Eagles, or let's go Elgin. Hey, Elgin fans out there, no problem. We love Elgin. And again, it's not, you know, we do broadcast for Georgetown, but we know that other folks are listening, and we appreciate the support. This pitch too far out. It's 3-0. So, again, a shout-out again to our friends in Elgin. This coming from Jacob Navajas's mom and Ty McFarland's mom. So we appreciate the Navajas and McFarland family from Elgin, Texas, watching their Wildcats play tonight. Here on a 3-0, pitch too far outside, and he walked him. Well, for the Elgin fans, Grady will reach on first by that walk, and Galen, that is now the second walk by Georgetown pitcher Grayson Smith.
They can't text us some barbecue, can they?
Yeah, if you guys in Elgin watching, if you can text us some Elgin hot sausage and just have that appear up here, we would be much appreciated.
Close pickoff attempt there at first base.
Yeah, it was. About to say, if you could figure out a way to do that, none of us may be here. That's going to be the biggest thing that this world has ever seen. Wirelessly transmit food. Davila.
Oh, they got him.
And Georgetown did get a pick there. Who was that off of?
1-3.
That was Grayson over there to Cole Moore and got him on a 1-3. So Grady will be out for the first out after reaching on a walk. He's out now on a 1-3, and the count here is still 0-0 for Davila.
The first base coach is not happy. That's the second time he's had words with the umpire.
Got some more texts coming in. Don and Beth Turner from Brownwood, Texas, hoping to see our grandson Wesley Dixon and join the broadcast. And we appreciate Don and Beth. Thank you for joining us here this evening. Pitch on its way. This one clips the corner for a strike. A little late call there on Davila. 0-1 the count.
I think the plate moved about 3 inches to the right there to catch that one.
0-1, 2 outs. Grayson Smith from the right rubber. This one's going to hit foul way back behind us. 0-2 the count. Another text coming in. Love watching the Eagles. Appreciate the broadcast. This coming from Wyatt Childress' grandparents in Sugar Land in Missouri City, Texas. We appreciate the Childress family. And remember, if you've got a shout out, feel free to text us 512-522-9105. Right-handed pitch. This one got away from him. Luckily, nobody on base there, and the count 1-2. That's whenever you get that Gorilla Glue stuck in your right hand and it just kind of, sticks there. It doesn't necessarily have to be Gorilla Glue. I mean, it could be Elmer's.
You got to send them. A bill there for the plug there.
Yeah, and are people using Elmer still? Whatever happened to old Elmer?
I don't know. Elmer got ate by the gorilla, I guess. Hey, all 3 versions of King Kong right now are on the circuits on the movie channels because I've seen all 3 of them in the last 4 or 5 days.
Awesome. I figure after you watching all that, Galen, you would have some anger, but I guess not.
They had the original on last night.
1-2, 2 outs here. Nobody on for Elgin. Davila trying to keep this inning alive. Grayson wanting to end it. Pitch on its way. This one's going to hit foul over the first base side, way out to right field over the fence. And the count remains 1-2. Again, we're tied up here at 1-1 in the top of the third.
Apparently, Elgin's got a designated ball chaser out there, and he's getting his work out there, running out into the practice area behind past the right field line.
Pitch on its way. This one is going to
go
foul.
Over there, too. That'll save him some. He can get it while he's out there.
I was going to make a comment here on our field cam. You see Davila there swinging, and at that angle, which is nothing wrong with it, it's just where we're at, the batter on deck, it kind of looks like they're swinging at each other. Pitch on its way. This one too far outside, and 2 balls, 2 strikes. We may be able to get that angle here in a minute if he does it again. Because you can see out there Davila, and then you have behind him on deck Gonzalez, so they're kind of swinging at each other. It looks like they're going right at each other. Pitch on its way. This one too close inside. We've got a full count now at 3-2. So an early 0-2 here, and Davila has been able to hold on and brings this to a full count. Grayson Smith with the payoff pitch. On the mound, right foot on the rubber. Looks over, takes his stance, the delivery. And this one's going to ground over to 3. It'll be David trying to get under it to Cole Moore on a 5-3. Did he get there in time? He did. And another beautiful 5-3 for the third out. Georgetown Eagle defense doing work again. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base.
No, that's right.
Yep, nobody left on, and we will move. Halfway through 3, bottom of the third coming up. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle Baseball live tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. We'll continue in a few moments.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Hipp Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Hipp Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Hipp Network and SHNSports.com. Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit SHNSports.com/VIP. That's SHNSports.com/VIP.
Galen and I up here jamming out to some beats. I was hoping Galen would bust out a freestyle here in a minute, but we did. We were up here freestyle dancing. Bottom of the third underway, 1-1 here. We're all tied up. Leading off for Georgetown, we'll go back to Jackson Seosin. And Georgetown here trying to look for an answer. Elgin has been great so far. Georgetown on defense, though, been great as well, Galen. Woodard still on the mound, pitch on its way, and that fastball is too far inside. 1 ball, no strikes.
That's his 51st pitch.
Goodness gracious. I get out of breath watching these guys. Next pitch on its way, another fastball. This one too high, 2-0. 52nd pitch now, Galen.
Yes.
This pitch on the fastball right across the plate for a strike, 2-1 the count. Beg your pardon, I didn't have the scoreboard updated to reflect the inning, so we are in the bottom of the third. Left-handed pitch, too far outside, 3-1. And Galen, he is winding and dicing these quickly here. I mean, there's really no reason for him to be waiting around. There's nobody on base, but still, the time between pitch has been about 10 seconds or so. This pitch too high, and he walked him. So another runner reaching on a walk for Georgetown. That's the 4th walk now, if I've got it correctly here in my sheet, Galen. I'm getting the thumbs up from Galen. So the smackage may not happen as long as I keep it up, Galen. Back over to Cole Moore.
I've got my hand cocked back here.
Oh, man. Galen's got the backhand ready. Cole Moore now at bat for the Georgetown Eagles. He's 0 for 1, struck out swinging in the first. He's the left-handed hitter looking for the sac bunt, pulls back, and it's going to be a ball. 1-0 the early count here on Cole Moore. Cole, our SHN Sports Georgetown Eagle player of the game in our first broadcast, I believe. May have been our second. I know we've interviewed Neitch and Moore. This one is going to be popped up. It's going to go over to the left field inside or just outside the dirt, moving into the infield now. And actually, the shortstop coming over to make that play, Jace Grady on the fly 6. First out for the Georgetown Eagles. Now it's Ryan Neitch, the center fielder. Number 6, Ryan Neitch, reached on a walk, was left stranded at second earlier in the first. So Neitch, the right-handed hitter for Georgetown, and he's able to hit him out of the park. And Galen, the wind has completely died down now. The flags aren't flapping anymore. Pitch on its way, looking for the bunt. He may have placed this one beautifully, and he did. Wow. A base hit on that bunt. Ryan, good Neitch. Getting a hit for Georgetown. He was just looking for the sac bunt, but if you're going to place it, he placed it right where it needed to go as it rolled just over in between first and second there in the infield, eventually out to the dirt. And, man, Galen, beautiful bunt there by Neitch.
Well, I tell you what, if you could hit the ball to the opposite field on the ground right now, you might be able to run all day with that gap between first and second.
Runner in scoring position on second is Jackson Seosin. Pitch on its way too high. Jeffrey David. And the early count, 1 ball, no strikes, 1-0-1.
Let's not leave anybody on base this time, or let's at least get 1 run in here.
Well, for those just joining us, Georgetown had bases loaded in that earlier inning, and they weren't able to capitalize. It left all 3 of them on. Only able to score 1 run out of that. This pitch, a ball, 2-0.
59 pitches now.
Woodard on the mound. Left hand, swing and a miss. Georgetown going to not get there in time over to third. But the base runner will advance to second is Ryan Neitch. So do you credit Ryan with the stolen base? You do not. Why wouldn't you credit Ryan there, Galen? But no stolen base?
I don't think so.
Over to second? Because he moved to second, Neitch did. First pitch, or the pitch here, 2-2 now on Jeffrey David. Because Neitch did reach over to second. But you don't call that a stolen base from 1 to 2?
Yeah, I guess you would, really.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that. This one going to be hit over to center field, and it should be caught by Gonzalez, and it is for the third out. Well, fly 8 out there by David over to Gonzalez.
Center field by Gonzalez.
And that will be an out. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base for Georgetown. They've already left 4 on tonight here. Through 3, we move to the top of the 4th. Georgetown Eagle Baseball. And the SHNSports.com broadcast network will continue in just a few moments.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Hipp Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Hipp Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Hipp Network and SHNSports.com.
Top of the 4th inning, Matt Leishman singing us a message saying, yes, it was a stolen base. I think it just had a hard time catching that one at first. We are at the top of the 4th inning, and Galen, I can legitimately say, I just got a text message from someone wanting me to call them at 8 o'clock at night needing IT work, and that is actually a real message. Unbelievable, man. I guess, I don't mean to bark about it, but I think some people just think I sit around and wait on them all night, and that's not going to fly, so homie, don't play that. Leading off, Jonathan Gonzalez. This one is going to fly up over to the first baseman, and Cole should be able to catch that one easy, and he does. Boy, one pitch, 1 fly, 1 out. Cole Moore there on a fly 3.
We're in the 4th inning, and that's only the 35th pitch for Smith.
I think I'd made that comment the other night. I'm very thankful, and I'm glad to have, but, we depend on technology so much now that it's an incredibly stressful industry because I feel like I can never get away from it. And I've learned just to, when people start texting me after 6 o'clock, man, I just don't respond. It's nothing personal. 1 out here. Dante Woodard, the pitcher. At the bat, the left-hander. This one going to be too low, 1-0.
You remember the commercials about a year and a half ago where the family just goes to pieces when their internet goes down? There was a whole series of commercials on TV. It was by one of the internet companies. About if you had their company, you wouldn't have that problem. But the whole family would just go into pieces because their whole internet was down just after about 10 minutes.
It's ridiculous, the dependency we have on that stuff. 2-0, 1 out. Right-handed pitch. This one a swing and a miss. 2-1. So getting an update from Tony Pileski at KView on his Twitter that the injuries the 30-year-old man sustained from tonight's explosion at this point do not appear to be life-threatening. So we hope that continues to be the news there. And again, our thoughts and prayers with everyone in Austin. Right-handed pitch to the outside. 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike, 1 out here. Elgin, nobody on. The pitch on its way. This one is going to hit foul over off the third base side and behind the Georgetown batting den. 3-2. I wouldn't call it a den though, man. I'd call it like the batting man cave. That's a beautiful facility over there inside for Georgetown.
Yeah, you got 3. You've got 3 pitching lines and 6 hitting.
Right-handed pitch on the way. This one's going to hit foul behind. It's 3-2 still here. Don and Beth Turner texting, saying that actually earlier was a double steal. Runner at second base gets the credit for the stolen base.
Right, but it's only a single steal because he doesn't get the lead runner doesn't get the credit.
He got out.
Yeah.
Payoff pitch, and it's not going to pay off. The runner will walk over to first now. Dante Woodard at first. Third baseman, number 15, Andrew Gonzalez, now stepping up to the plate. He was out as he popped one up to center field in the second. 0 for 1 tonight is Gonzalez. Again, we're tied here. 1 run apiece for each team. That's confusing saying it. Just say 1 run apiece.
1-1.
1-1. 1 run apiece for each team. Blue has 1, purple has 1. Georgetown 1, Elgin 1. Pitch too close on the inside to Gonzalez.
I think you've covered it well there.
You know, we just want to paint the picture. They say in broadcasting, you know, I know we have video, but we still call it like if we were on radio as much as we can. They say to paint a picture, but I don't think they said to graffiti the picture, and that's what sometimes they do, Galen. 1-0-1, pitch on its way. This one too high and inside. 2 balls, no strikes, and now we will see Coach Brindley come and talk things over with Grayson Smith, as well as Childress heads up to the plate as well. So we'll keep things right here, Galen. We'll have a little chit-chat session here, and we'll see what's going on.
You know, I got interested in, on the high school pitch restrictions. And I went and looked at some of the official literature a while. Well, we're setting it up tonight. And if a pitcher throws 0 to 30 pitches in a game, he does not have to take a day's rest. If he does 31 to 45 pitches, he has to lay out 1 day. If he has 40 to 65 pitches, he has to lay out 2 days. 66 to 85, he has to rest for 3 days. 86 to 110 is 4 days, and you can't throw over 110 anymore in a game.
Is this high school?
Yes.
Pitch on its way. This one's going to ground over to Seaback, and he's going to get out. Trying to go for the double play. Did Georgetown get it?
Nope.
Nope. But we will get the play there to Seaback, unassisted, right?
Yep, 46. He went 46.
Oh, did Cole run over at second?
Yeah,
So Woodard is out on a 4-6. For the second, Gonzalez is going to be safe at first and credit him with the hit.
With a fielder's choice.
Oh, was it? Yeah, you're right. So no hit on that, Galen. He reached on the FC. Thank you. Well, a great job there by Luke getting over, making that play at second. He was trying. I thought he tagged, but I guess he did go over to Cole Posey. This is, for me, Galen, one area, and I'm just going to be honest, and it's just how I broadcast, as I continue to learn the game. But that's one area for me where it's baseball can either happen so slow or so fast, and it's the only sport that I've seen that really does that. Right-handed pitch on the way here, too high for Harkins, and the count at, no, they're going to call it 0-1.
Oh.
Again, 0-1, 2 outs. Base runner on first is Gonzalez, who got there on that fielder's choice. Right-handed. Oh, boy, almost beamed him. 1-1. So you don't even count. Do you still count the fielder's choice as an at-bat?
Fielder's choice is an at-bat. You don't get it. You don't get credit for it because you resulted in another player getting an out.
So would it be 0-2 or 0-1?
Him? He's 0-2.
0-2. Okay, that's what I thought. Georgetown trying to keep that base runner honest out there at first. He's safe, trying to do a little pick action, 1-3. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Harkins trying to advance his runner into scoring position. This pitch going to clip the corner on the curve. Beautifully done. And the count at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now there is a pitcher in the bullpen for Georgetown warming up. This one going to be over. Georgetown trying to make a play, and he get there in time. He did. Little action there on a 1-3. It was Woodard. I beg your pardon, Grayson Smith over to Cole Moore on a 1-3 for the 3rd out. And Galen, in that inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base, as we are halfway through 4. We're all tied up, 1 apiece. Don't go nowhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle baseball will continue after this.
Thousands of listeners, laser-focused marketing, and showing a high level of community involvement. Those are a few of many reasons to advertise with SHN Sports. We strive to keep our broadcast as affordable as possible, and your support makes that happen. Please consider advertising with SHN Sports. Email rob@shnsports.com. That's rob@shnsports.com. We have a solution for everyone.
A live look inside the Georgetown batting cages. It's not even a cage. Man, it's just a Georgetown batting nest. It's the Eagles' nest. It's the baseball nest. little live look in there right now. We appreciate the fine camera work from David England out there operating our field cam, Nathan Hyde on box cam, and Cole Smith here in the booth also running our second box cam as well as technical director. I'm Rob Hipp, Galen Wellnicki. Bottom of the fourth, we're tied 1 apiece, and leading off for Georgetown will be the right fielder.
There is somebody down there loosening up down there. They're in their early exercises right now, running and.
Well, I heard there was Reese Grimes moments ago, number 4. We'll see if that's what it is. Same pitcher for Elgin, the left-handed pitcher, 32, Dante Woodard. And leading off for Georgetown will be the right fielder, number 17, Noah Thompson. Noah tonight, 0 for 1, struck out swinging in the first. We're in the fourth. Left-handed hitter, pitch on its way, right across the plate for a strike. Oh and 1 the count here in the bottom of the fourth. Next pitch on its way. What do they call that one? Ball, 1 and 1. Pitch on its way, swing and a miss. 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Next pitch, too far outside, and the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Pitch on the way to Thompson, swing and a miss. Got him swinging. Boy, give Woodard credit tonight. He is doing a fine job from that mound, Galen. It's a 6th strikeout now by Woodard, if I'm correct in my reading. Be Hunter Savarese, the left fielder, struck out looking in the first, number 25. The pitch on the way to Hunter, and a swing and a miss. Well, Elgin, we talked to Coach Foster after Friday's game. This Elgin Wildcat team, a much improved team from last year. This left-handed pitch going to ground out foul over into the Eagle dugout. 0-2 the count. On deck for Georgetown, I believe that's Cole Posey getting us in the circle. Pitch on its way, that one too far outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wind up the delivery, that one too high and out. We're even now at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on for Georgetown. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning, we're still tied at 1 apiece. Right-handed pitch on the way, got him. Did he swing on that one? He did. Back-to-back strikeouts for Woodard. That's going to be the shortstop, number 5, Cole Posey. Cole tonight 0 for 1. Struck out swinging in the second. All eyes on me. I grew up, this is Galen, this is it. This is Tupac, man. This is who I grew up listening to. I grew up listening to also grew up listening to Hank Williams Jr. So there's a wide variety, a wide array of music, Galen. And then I even listened to a little gospel, believe it or not. So, you know, I had the whole mix, man. 1-0, pitch on away. Another ball here, 2-0 on Cole Posey. Always liked George Jones. I sing Hank Williams at this pitch is too far outside, 3-0. I was going to say, I sing Hank Williams Jr., Family Tradition. I sing that at karaoke. And I sing a little Georgia Strait, Amarillo by Morning. Of course, it's not very good. Pitch on the way. This one clips the corner for the first strike, 3-1.
I noticed you haven't been on American Idol.
Yeah, I wouldn't even make it out of the driveway. They would already disqualify me. 3-2, payoff pitch upcoming here for Dante Woodard. I really like the voice, though. That show, The Voice. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
It's a lot better because they don't know who it is. You can't base anything on anything other than what you hear, which is the way it should be. Pitch on the way. This one walks. So on the payoff pitch, Copo will be reaching on the walk and keeps this inning alive for Georgetown. We move to the bottom of the lineup. Number 8, the second baseman, Luke Seaback, struck out swinging in the second moments ago.
6 out of the 7 strikeouts by Woodard have been in the bottom 4 of the Georgetown lineup.
Little Lane, this is that group.
Seaback going to try to bunt this one, places it. Can he get there in time? He did. A base hit. Luke Seaback getting on first. That will move Posey over to second. And we'll move back to the top of the lineup. It's Wyatt Childress, the catcher, number 20. Wyatt tonight is 2 for 2. Had a hit and then 3 stolen bases to come around and score 1 for Georgetown, their only one. Then had a hit in the second but was left stranded.
Well, we've got 1 hit in every inning. Unfortunately, we can't put anything together to...
Actually, Childress was trying to steal in a second, wasn't he, on a 2-6, and he was out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was trying to steal, and it didn't work out too well for him. Well, if you want someone to be hitting the ball right now, your batter, you want Wyatt Childress. 2 for 2 tonight. He's batting perfect. Pitch on the way. Look close inside. They're going to call the strike, 0-1. Again, base runner on first and second for Georgetown in scoring position is Cole Posey. Childress stands in the top right quadrant. This one foul tip. The count at 0-2. Childress trying to keep them alive here. Georgetown doesn't want to leave these 2 on, Galen. Oh and 2, 2 outs. We're still tied at 1 apiece here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Georgetown has already left 4 on tonight. They don't want to leave 2 more. Woodard on the mound. The left-handed pitch on the way, pulls back, and it's going to be a ball, 1-2. Good eye there by Georgetown batter Wyatt Childress. Wyatt not. If he had a home run, that would be good. We just say, well, 2 on, Wyatt not. Just go for it. Pitch on the way. This one bobbles around. Georgetown's going to stay on the bases. The count at 2-2. 2's across the board. Well, Wyatt was in an 0-2 hole early, trying to keep this, not only this at-bat alive, but this inning alive, Galen. Pitch on the way. Another little grounder here, 3-2. Now it's a full count. Well, Galen,
3-2, 2 out. Everybody's going to be running on this. The 2 base runners will be running on this pitch. And
man, I smell the grill. Man, I'm getting hungry. I smell the grill cooking down there. Cole's over here saying, psh, you gotta be kidding me. Cole's over here saying, what? 3-2, payoff pitch. This one's going to go foul. Count remains 3-2. What? Sometimes we throw in the word the at the end, like, what the? What are you talking about? Galen, we're having fun tonight.
Yes, we are.
3-2, payoff pitch again, Woodard here. On its way, the delivery, Inchworm walked him. So after falling 0-2, Galen keeps his eyes steady and walking.
We got the bases loaded with Jackson coming up.
Jackson tonight, 0-for. He reached both of them on walks.
10 is coming in as a courtesy runner for Wyatt Childress.
Yeah, and that is going to be Jared Ross out there, the senior outfielder for Georgetown. And again, Jackson Siosa now at bat for the Georgetown Eagles. Once again, bases are loaded. We saw that in the first. Georgetown was able to only get 1 run out of it, and they got that run before the bases got loaded, Galen.
Right.
They got that bases loaded with 1 out. They weren't able to work through it. Well, Siosa going to try to change that here. A powerful hitter for Georgetown, and this one he powerfully hits into foul territory off the first base side, over the fence. Luckily, nobody over there tonight. Sometimes there's kids over there playing football. 0-1 the count. 2 outs. Left-handed pitch by Woodard, the delivery. This one too high and out, and the count here 1-1. I was going to make a comment. You know, you don't see a lot of kids out anymore like you used to.
There was one I heard earlier throwing the ball up against the back of the press box, but
Left-handed pitch, pulls back, right across for a strike, 1-2. I just think, you know, the technology is it's a good thing because we're able to bring this broadcast, but me being in it for 15 years, I've seen, you know, it can be an unhealthy thing too now. You don't see kids used to ride bikes and play baseball. I guess they still do. Maybe it's because I'm the one working all the time and I never see them outside, Galen. 1-2 pitch on its way. This one going to hit foul off the fence, and luckily that mesh is there. You know, we were talking about how you're not supposed to have a chain link fence. Was that you talking about that,
yeah.
Galen? Because, you know, kids get their fingers in that chain link and that ball hits your knuckles.
That can cut it. That can cut your fingers right off because that stuff is.
I was going to say your finger may be laying behind home plate.
And that's not a pretty sight.
No. Georgetown here, of course, the nice facility. This pitch up too high, and the count now and 2's across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Again, bases loaded for Georgetown, and Jackson looking for a hit. Any hit would give Georgetown the lead here.
Any hit. One unusual thing we haven't had tonight, we haven't had anybody plunked by a pitch yet.
Well, the pitch on its way and pulls foul tip.
Jackson hanging tough.
2-2, action Jackson.
Haven't seen that movie on the late night movie schedule lately, but we had Passenger 57 several times in the last week or so.
Wow.
All these high-cultured movies I watch late at night.
I think somebody out there didn't realize their flash on their camera was on, and the umpire telling the fan, you can't have your light on. Her light was on.
You can't use flash photography at a UIL event.
This one too far outside, and Galen, again, we've got a full count now, 3-2-2. A walk here, Georgetown would score and take the lead.
Yes.
Boy, so a full count, 3-2-2, bases loaded. We're tied at 1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Seosin hanging tough. The pitch on its way. Georgetown runners advance and got him swinging. Unbelievable. Woodard coming through again tonight. And in that inning, Galen, 3 strikeouts and none bigger than that one there just a few moments ago. And for Georgetown, there was no runs on 1 hit, no errors, but 3 left on base. That is a total of 7 now that Georgetown is not accounted for, and that is why we are tied here at 1 apiece. And if you look at those numbers, Galen, Elgin tonight has only left 2 on base compared to Georgetown's 7. That's just not going to cut it.
And one interesting thing about the 2 bases loaded innings is in both of them, all 3 outs were strikeouts.
Well, we go to the top of the 5th inning, Galen. We'll take a break. We'll bring it right back. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle baseball continues after this.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Hipp Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Hipp Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws.
Welcome back to Georgetown Eagle baseball here on SHN Sports. Leading off for Elgin here in the top of
To work with.
Here on the 1-1, kicks up the right-handed pitch. And this one curves back and drops in. Beautiful curveball there on a 1-2. Nice. Boy, if you could pitch that every time. Well, they'd figure it out and they'd knock it out of the park. That's what they would do. 1-2. Almost hit him. A little inchworm action. The count now even, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Protect the step back and protect the inside of the knee.
And time is called here by Jacob Navajas. Again, we're tied 1 run apiece here in the top of the 5th inning. I'm Rob Hipp with Galen Wellnicki. Thanks for joining us here on SHN Sports, Georgetown Eagle Baseball. Right-handed pitch. This one trying to catch it in foul territory. What a dive and what a grab by Cole Moore. King Cole.
For out number 1.
I like King Cole. I was going to say Cool Cole. 1 out there as he dove down in a little fly 3.
Here's an interesting fact for you if you're into interesting facts. If not, we can skip it.
Let's go for it.
12 of the 13 outs made by Elgin have been the put out has been by infielders.
Wow. That's you got to think, what do you is that just a lack of powerful hitting on Elgin, or is it just that the way the ball goes? I think it's just the way the ball goes tonight.
Because the only out other than an out in the infield is a fly out to center field in the 2nd inning.
Ethan here on a 1-0. Swing foul tip, 1-1. Owens, the left fielder, number 23, was out on a 4-6 in the 2nd. He's 0 for 1 tonight. It's only his 2nd at-bat here. Coming in the top of the 5th inning, Georgetown pitching has been doing their due diligence as well tonight. Grayson Smith trying to hold things together for Georgetown. Really, it's been on the offensive end where Georgetown has had their struggles tonight, Galen. Right-handed pitch. This one fouls off of him. The count
if you
at
remember,
1-2.
If you remember last Thursday night, this young gentleman launched one to left field.
Yeah.
And it didn't come down for a while.
Yeah, I think it caught some, loss of gravity, and NASA had to be called. It showed up on their radar.
So this guy definitely has the power to.
Ethan Owens, the 1-2 pitch on the way. That one kind of got caught in the hand of Smith there as it cut too far out. We're even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Georgetown ranked number 20, but those rankings don't mean anything. You talk to the coaching staff, they know they could care less. Swing and a miss, got him here for the 3rd strike and a strikeout swinging for the 2nd out. Bottom of the lineup, the right fielder, number 2, Jacob Neidig at the plate now for the Elgin Wildcats. Neidig tonight 0 for 1. He was out on a 5-3 in the 3rd. Grayson winding up the right-handed delivery. Swing and a miss. Well, they say it fouled. It's a little tip there. 0-1. Still a strike either way.
We take it.
0-1 delivery. Right hand. This one too far out. 1-1 even count. 2 outs. Nobody on for Elgin. Again, we're tied 1 apiece here in the top of the 5th. I always keep forgetting, Galen, and the only thing here is the buzzing of the lights. Swing and a miss for the 2nd strike. 1-2.
Those are actually the nest of bees that are right behind you that we haven't let loose yet.
That's my stomach from not eating. Just constantly buzzes. It never
you mean,
stops.
You mean you haven't got the email of stuff from barbecue yet?
Yeah, hey, our friends in Elgin, we're waiting on that barbecue text to come in. We haven't got it yet. One and two, 2 outs.
I know you want a couple of those jalapeno laced torpedoes you had.
Oh man, those things were great. I only ate about 3/4 of it though. I ran out of Nexium. Esomeprazole. Pitch on the way. Boy, he caught him on that curve. A wicked curve on a 1-2 delivery. And that will be the 3rd strikeout. A little 1-2-3 action for Grayson Smith. And we Find ourselves in the bottom of the 5th. Upcoming, don't go anywhere, Georgetown Eagle Baseball. Live tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. We'll continue after this. We'll be right back.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit SHNSports.com/VIP. That's SHNSports.com/VIP.
Welcome back in action here live tonight from Georgetown High School. Rob Hipp with Galen Wellnicki as we are halfway through 5, bottom of the 5th upcoming here, and still on the mound for Elgin will be number 32, Dante Woodard. And Galen, David England made a great point a while ago. He sent me a text, our field cam operator down there, also near the dugout. And Galen, David saying one big advantage that Georgetown has is that the facility here is indoors, so the pitchers, they're always able to stay warmed up, and they're literally they're able to stay warm on a night where it's cooling off. That's a great observation by David out there, and another blessing of Georgetown to have that facility, Galen.
And that keeps you from having to get a guy up and down, and he'll warm him up, then he'll chill, and then have to warm him up again.
Well, Cole Moore, who had that grab while ago on the defensive side at first base, now up to bat leading off here, and this pitch too high and inside. In the early count, 1 ball, no strikes for Cole Moore.
You know, it'd be nice, kind of nice, if Cole put one over in somebody's backyard over on the other side of the fence.
Well, Galen, hold on. This one's going to go out to center field. It drops. Gonzalez able to get under that one on a little, I'd call that a little fly 8 out there. I mean, hey, at first I was like, wait a minute, Galen. Well, unfortunately, it's an out for Georgetown, and now it's Ryan Neitch, the center fielder. Number 6, Ryan Neitch at bat for Georgetown. Back over to a right-handed batter. Tonight, Ryan is 1 for 1. Reached on a walk in the first and then had that hit and a stolen base in the third, but was left hanging out there on base. First pitch winding up here for Woodard. Kicks up, left-handed delivery. This one's going to hit foul over off the first base side. 1 ball, no strikes. I mean,
1-1.
1-1.
I think.
1 ball, 1 strike. Did he get the first pitch? There he goes. One's across the little aces. Kick up, left-hand pitch. Tip foul. 1-2. Again, we appreciate you spending your Tuesday evening with us here on SHN Sports for Georgetown Eagle Baseball. Also, our friends in Elgin, Texas, thanks for joining us. 1-2 pitch. This one too high outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Again, nobody on for Georgetown. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning. Still 1-1. Georgetown leaving 7 on base tonight, and that's really been the difference. Kick up, left hand pitch, too far. Full count, 3-2.
And I'll tell you what, with the groan there, the Elgin people were not happy with that call.
It looked like he almost was able to clip that corner, but the payoff pitch nonetheless on the way, and the payoff pitch results in a payoff for Ryan Neitch. He'll reach on the walk. That's the second time he has reached on a walk tonight. He remains at 1-1, even though he's been up there 3 times. And now hitting for the Georgetown Eagles, the third baseman, number 7, Jeffrey David. Tonight, David is 0 for 1. Reached on a walk in the first and then had a fly out to center field in the third. And it looks like we may have a change here as, I don't know if that's Coach Adams out there. I believe it is Coach Adam Adams making his way to the mound. Everybody pulling in here for Elgin. They're going to talk things over. We'll keep things right here, Galen.
He just hit his 100th pitch.
And what did you say the rule was?
I think the way it was explained to me is 110 is the limit for the game. So.
And who actually keeps up with that?
But there is a man paid. There is a man paid right there with it, next to us with a chart, and that is his job. There's one. The home team has to provide somebody to track the pitches, and that person can't be in the dugout where they can be influenced by the team. And they keep track of all the pitchers.
Wow. Well, Jeffrey David tonight trying to do some work for Georgetown. He really wants to advance that base runner Ryan Neitch out there on first. David, the right-handed hitter, standing firm in the box, actually down low to the corner with that right foot. Pitch on its way, too far outside, and the count 1-0. And that's a lot of talking there on that first pitch, Galen. Boy, when you haven't eaten, I always talk about food. Those that have been listening for the past 3 years, they know I like to eat. 1-0, too far out again, 2-0.
There's nothing wrong with a healthy appetite as long as you follow it with healthy food. Now, as long as you had your asparagus and your broccoli and your...
What is that? Actually, both of those I actually really like. Pitch on its way. And a little too low, 3-0.
I always knew you were a little strange.
Yeah. My mom used to actually grow asparagus when I was a kid. My mom is a master gardener. My mom and dad both love my mom and dad, and they can garden and cook like nobody. Trying to keep the runner honest over there on a 1-3. Neitch is safe.
We ate a lot of things like that when I was growing up in California when I was a kid.
We never went out to eat. We always
ate at home.
Yeah, we always ate out of the garden, literally. We maybe went out to eat once every 3 or 4 months. Left-handed pitch on the fastball, the first strike, 3-1.
That looked like that could have been a 50-50. It could have been called either way. And there we have Adam Foster slipping back into the camera on one angle there we've got.
3-1, 1 out. Base runner on first, pitch on the way. This one going to hit foul as well. And the count now full at 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Woodard has a little bit of a habit of getting behind and then working his way back into the...
Well, David England doing some amazing camera work out there again. Boy, I feel like every game that we do, our video crew, Galen, just gets better and better. I mean, you and I have been working together real well, but give a lot of props to our video crew. Georgetown looking for the stolen base, and now runner's hit. It's not going to be a stolen.
It's just another walk.
Yep. Did that hit, David?
I think it was a walk, and I think we've reached the point where we're going to...
The 110 mark, and so... That is the 110th pitch for Dante Woodard, and by rule, as we understand it, he's going to have to head off the mound, and a new pitcher is going to be out there for Elgin.
Well, I have a feeling that they're just going to switch Harkins and Woodard.
And it is trying to get an angle on that,
6.
It is number 6.
Harkins.
Moving out there, and you are right, it is Mr. Harkins out there, so...
And Woodard is going to first base.
That's how my stomach sounds right now. That's about how it sounds.
Ooh.
Oh, watch out now.
Oh.
Jacob Harkins now pitching for Elgin. We do not have stats for Elgin, or we'd get you his updated stats. Unfortunately, do not have that, so he'll get some warm-up pitches. Galen, we're halfway through 5 here, 1 out, and we're still tied at 1 apiece. Georgetown has got to find some life here.
And they got 2 more runners on base, so you don't want to leave those.
I'm just still thinking about that. Ooh.
The big man got a rumbly in his tumbly.
Well, we're having fun up here tonight, folks.
Well,
Thanks for joining us.
You're starting to remind me. I've got my obligatory stop at Whataburger in Temple when I get back home tonight.
There you go. Yeah, that's right. Again, if you're out there joining us, we'd love to hear from you. The SHN text line is open. Feel free to send us a text message to 512-522-9105. Again, that SHN Sports fan line is open. Send us a text message. We'd love to hear from you, and let us know who you're cheering on tonight here in 195A. Again, that phone number, 512-522-9105. 512-522-9105. We'd love to hear from you tonight.
Although I think it might be wise to go straight home now in Temple, because we've already exceeded our murder rate from last year. We've had more murders so far this year than we had all of last year.
Man, that's and that's very sad news. You told me about a homicide there in Temple, Galen, and very sad news out of Temple as well. And
we had another one. We had another one today, I believe.
Man, just not good things. You don't want to hear those kind of news. And Galen, Matt was texting me earlier, and just about the really heartbreaking, sad news out of Austin almost daily now about these bomb attacks. And he's having to write about them. He said he's putting them in the front page of the newspaper there, I believe, in Arizona, and it's just not the news that you want to report on, Galen.
No, it's and there was another school shooting this morning, so it's a.
Number 6, Jacob Harkins.
Hey, and we've got a number 13 out there hitting for Georgetown now. Is that in place of Noah Thompson? It is. That's going to be Logan Drake.
Now batting for the Eagles, number 13, Logan Drake.
So Logan Drake at the mound, the left-handed hitter for the Georgetown Eagles. Logan with his 12th game now played, his 26th plate appearance. He's got 6 hits on the season. Logan averages .353 for the Georgetown Eagles.
I think Adam's probably trying to do something to shake things up a little bit after Thompson struck out twice on his first 2 appearances.
Pitch on the way, swing and a miss by Logan on the first one, though. Well, Logan had a hit, I believe, on Friday for Georgetown at Elgin as he came on.
He better have had it on Thursday.
Or Thursday. Wait, what?
We played on Thursday.
I keep saying Friday. Did we play Friday?
Yeah, we played Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
That's right. Second pitch going to be a strike, 0-2 early here for Logan.
Either that or I played hooky, one of the two. And
we played Friday this week, though.
We play on Friday on this week,
yeah,
Bastrop.
Okay, there we go.
We go to Bastrop on Friday and then come back here for a 1 o'clock game on Saturday afternoon.
This one going to ground
base
over,
hit,
base hit,
run.
and Georgetown is going to come around and score, trying to get home, and he will. Logan Drake, credit him with the RBI double for Logan Drake. Wow, what a play by Logan. Logan clapping his hands as he gets over to second base. Drilled that one right up the middle of second, and now Noah Thompson going to come back in and run for Logan as Ryan Knight able to come around there. Credit Logan with the RBI, and that'll also advance Jeffrey over to third base. What a play by Logan Drake.
Well, it'd be nice to get another 1 or 2 in here while we're at it. Yeah.
Now Georgetown leads 2-1. Now at bat, number 25, Hunter Savarese. Base runners on 2 and 3. Again, it's Drake at 2. Or beg your pardon, Noah Thompson.
No.
And this one's going to pop up for
second
a
out.
quick little second out. And that one flew right back up to the first baseman, who is now number 32, the pitcher out there.
Mr. Woodard.
Woodard. All eyes on Galen.
Bring up the shortstop, number 5, Cole Posey.
Did that hit foul?
No, it was in fair territory.
Over to
It was about 25 feet down the line.
Cole Posey now at bat for Georgetown. And I call a strike there on the corner. Did they call that a strike? They
Yes,
did on
they
the
did.
corner, 0-1. Cole tonight 0 for 1. Struck out swinging the second, reached on a walk in the fourth, but was left stranded. Pitch on the way. This one too high and inside. Count now at 1 ball, 1 strike for Copo. Again, Georgetown leads 2-1 here in the bottom of the 5th on their home field. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Base runners in 2 and 3 in scoring position for the Eagles. Thompson will be out on second. This one is going to hit foul over off the first base side. And Jeffrey David standing tall at third. Coming around to score after that 2-run RBI, or beg your pardon, that hit by Drake was Ryan Knight moments ago. 1-2 the count here on Copo. 2 on for Georgetown. Pitch, swing, miss. That'll do it. But, hey, a little production for Georgetown on this one as they score 1 run on 1 hit. No errors, but unfortunately, again, 2 left on base. And Galen, that now brings our on-base count tonight to 9 left on for Georgetown.
That is not acceptable.
Not at all, and I don't think we've seen that many ever left on for Georgetown since we've been broadcasting. I may be wrong. Matt Leishman out there would know that answer. I know that he may be still listening. So if you know that answer, Matt, let me know. But definitely not acceptable for the Eagles. Well, we will see. They lead 2-1. That's what matters right now as we are moving our way to the top of the 6th inning. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle Baseball on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. We'll continue after this.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit SHNSports.com/VIP. That's SHNSports.com/VIP.
Activity in the bullpen for Georgetown. Grayson Smith still on the mound. Leading off here in the top of the 6th will be the shortstop, number 2, Jace Grady. Jace tonight is 0 for 1. Was out on a 6-3 in the first. Reached on a walk, but then was out on a 1-3 in the third. The left-handed batter standing with that left foot down in the bottom left corner of the box. Grayson Smith still on the mound. Holding the glove, kicks up the right-handed pitch, and this one's going to ground over to Luke Seaback. Should be a routine 4-3, and it is. Well, one pitch, one out, and that's the way Georgetown likes to shout.
After taking a break there in the routine with 2 strikeouts, we're back to the infielders making the putouts again.
Now batting for the Elgin Wildcats, the second baseman, number 24, right-handed hitter Isaac Davila. Isaac tonight 0 for 2. Both of his outs came on 5 threes, Galen. One in the first, one in the third. Grayson on the right rubber, kicks up the left, the right-handed pitch, the bunt. This one is going to bunt foul. No balls, 1 strike to start things here for Isaac Davila.
Cole Moore has made 11 putouts at first base.
Man.
Been a busy.
I would just be scared to death to play first base, Galen. I just, not athletic. 0-1, right-handed pitch. This one, oh, they call him on that. There he pulled back. Yeah, he pulled back in time, 1-1. I thought he called it at first.
I did too. He called, yeah.
Oh, he did, yeah, 2. He heard me up here. 0-2.
He said, my bro Rob called it a strike, so I'll go with him.
Now it's 1-2.
Yes.
One of these days, get here early, like to chat with the umpires, and it'd be neat to interview those guys sometime, you know, outside of broadcasting. This one way too far outside. Grayson said, wait a minute. Gorilla bit the Elmer again, and it got away, 2-2. Two, 1 out. Georgetown leads 2-1 here in the top of the 6th. Kick up left hand. This one going to hit over off right field. It's going to drop foul. Trying to chase it down was Noah Thompson out of his reach in foul territory. The count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Talking about things like Elmer's glue and stuff like that. When I was covering the Texas League, we had a pitcher named Luis Pinalver from Venezuela.
Oh wow!
And he could load the ball up with he used Vaseline, women's hygiene product, and
just whatever it needed, right?
Right, and wow. His haircut, so he could go several places to load the ball, and he'd usually run his fingers across the thigh of his uniform. And come up into his glove, and he did it on every pitch.
Is it illegal for them to
do?
Wow.
No, you can't doctor the ball. I'm sorry.
2-2, the count here, 1 out. Davila trying to keep his at-bat alive. Pitch too far out as it curves out. Now we've got a full count at 3-2-1.
He was an interesting character.
Now the Hutto, I beg your pardon, the Elgin Wildcat players in their dugout clapping right now. Here on the payoff pitch by Grayson Smith. Kick up pitch on its way. Swing and a miss. Got him. Or did they say foul tip?
No,
yeah, foul tip. Count remains 3-2.
We need to get this little feller.
3, 2, and 1.
You know, you look at him, he's determined up there, but he's probably the smallest player on the field right
Yeah,
now.
but he can boot one out of here if he wants. This pitch on its way. It's going to foul tip. The net caught it. Galen trying to catch it. The net got it, though, Galen. The count remains 3 and 2.
I would have had it if that darn net hadn't been here.
Might have hit Cole here in the head.
Probably hit one of it'd be our luck to hit one of those expensive cameras down.
I guess. I mean,
I haven't seen a Geico commercial for cameras yet.
Yeah, we need one. 3, 2, and 1. Pitch on its way. Payoff here. Got him.
Yeah.
Looking. Isaac Davilov visibly upset with that, but a great pitch by Grayson Smith. 1-2.
That's one of those pitches that just froze him there.
Now at bat, the center fielder, number 7, Jonathan Gonzalez. He is 0 for 2 tonight, out on a 4-3, and then popped one up in the 4th over to first base moments ago. Grayson kicks up, left-hand delivery. This one hit over to center field. Knight's going to try to get under it, tracks it back, and he does. And a 1-2-3 action for Georgetown. A little fly 8 there, and Georgetown in this inning, allowing no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We are halfway through 6. Don't go anywhere, folks. 19-5-8 district baseball continues on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. We'll be right back after this.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts? We have a simple solution. Join the SHN VIP list today. Stay up to date with upcoming broadcasts, events, and other exclusive content. Visit SHNSports.com/VIP. That's SHNSports.com/VIP.
Back in action here at Georgetown High School. I'm Rob Hipp alongside Galen Wellnicki. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Georgetown with a 2-1 lead as we are halfway through 6. Getting the warm-up pitches out there for Elgin is Jacob Harkins. Again, he came in moments ago to relieve Dante Woodard, who was at that 110 pitch count mark. Galen, thank you for making me aware of that rule. I mean, that's a huge thing to know, and appreciate you being aware of that.
Mr. Harkins, if you remember, was a starter in Thursday's game.
Leading off for Georgetown here in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's not Luke Seaback out there. It will be, I believe that's Wesley Dixon. Hey, and Dixon's family listening in earlier, and they said they wanted to get a chance to see Wes. Well, you're getting it now here. So Wesley Dixon will lead off, the right-handed hitter for Georgetown.
For the Eagles, number 22, Wesley Dixon.
Wesley Dixon this season, now in his 18th game. He's had 33 plate appearances, so make this one the 34th. 4 runs so far this season, and his ERA is 3.45. That's easy. Right-handed pitch on the way to West, swing and a miss for the first strike, 0-1.
I think that's his batting average, not his ERA.
Yeah.
You said to tell you. He said to tell you if.
Okay, yeah. Pitch on the way. Did I say ERA?
Yes, you did.
I thought he said it's his 3. I thought he. Oh, yeah, averaging 3.45. 0-2 the count. Galen, just smack me, all right?
No, I know you're hungry, and
Yes.
you have other goals right now beside that. So.
0-2 here on Wesley. Pitch on the way. This one going to hit right up the middle. Can he get to first in time?
No.
No, he will not. Trying to get the hit there, but out on a... Is that the shortstop going over on a 6-3 game?
Yes, that was.
Jay Scrady making a play out there to Dante Woodard on a 6-3 for the first out. Move back to the top of the lineup. The catcher, number 20, Wyatt Childress. Childress tonight is 2 for 2. Had a hit in the first with 3 stolen bases, also a hit in the second. Then was reached on a walk in the 4th, but was left stranded as part of those 3 that were left on base. Emily England watching from home. Appreciate you, Emily. David England's daughter out there doing great work in the football season with Fan Stand. Pitch on the way here. This one foul out to right field and eventually over the fence for Wyatt Childress. His count will be 0-1. Oh and 1 the count, 1 out. Nobody on for Georgetown. Right-handed pitch. This one drops back in for the strike. Man, beautiful curveball. We've seen a couple of those tonight as it just said, whoop. I think that's what it said, Galen. 0-2 the count.
I'll take your word for it.
I was just thinking of a sound effect from some old, black and white TV shows back in the day. Swing and a miss here. Got him swinging for the second out. 1-2 already here for Elgin. Now batting will be the designated hitter, number 12, Jackson Siosin. Jackson tonight is 0 for 1. Reached on walks in both the first and the third, was left stranded in both those innings, and then struck out swinging in the fourth moments ago. Man, a lot of strikeouts tonight by Elgin. Pitching staff for Elgin doing a great job. Kick up, pitch.
Curve, another curve.
Another curve, another strike. 0-1. And Georgetown leads by 1, 2-1 here in the bottom of the sixth. Well, they're 3 outs away, but desperately would want some runs here. This one curves, drops down, but they're going to call it a ball, 1-1. Remember a chiropractor? Hall Chiropractic back in the call Hall. Remember that, Galen? Swing and a miss here. 1-2. I don't know what I made. I think just saying the word ball, and I thought of Hall.
Word association. That's good.
Yeah. Bring a ribbon for me, Galen. Everyone's a winner nowadays.
Yeah.
You can be 10th place and get an award. This one too far outside. And the count at 2-2. 2's across the board now. 2 outs, nobody on. Georgetown leads by 1, 2-1 here in the bottom of the sixth.
You flunked the STAR test on matching, on word matching, but you still get a ribbon.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Well, the effort,
Yeah.
Pitch on the way, 2-2. Across the plate. Got him looking. That was a late call, but got him. 1, 2, 3 for Elgin. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. And we are through 6. Top of the 7th, Georgetown 3 outs away. They got to hold Elgin to check, though. Elgin still got an opportunity here. Don't go anywhere, folks. Georgetown Eagle Baseball on the SHNSports.com broadcast network will continue after this.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here, Director of Operations with SHN Sports. Need a friendly reminder of upcoming broadcasts?
Welcome back to Georgetown Eagle Baseball live tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. And Caleb Monosmith now pitching for Georgetown. He's only allowed 1 run, 1 earned run. His ERA is 1.
In 7 innings, yeah.
So not a bad job for Caleb Monosmith. He's only pitched in 7 innings, though, 7 games. And Monosmith here could be the closer, Galen. Could save the game, right?
Yes, we're in a
The Elgin Wildcats, number 32, the pitcher Dante Woodard. Now the big play coming tonight. We've got a name picked out that made this score what it is. We'll keep that on the DL. He's making the case for player of the game tonight.
Here's a guy with a bat, though, that could tie the game with one swing.
That's it. Pitch on the way, and this one's going to pop up, and the second baseman going to make the play on it, right under it. Great job there, Luke Seaback on a fly 4. So retiring Woodard, the out number 1. We move to the third baseman, now batting number 15, Andrew Gonzalez. Gonzalez tonight is 0 for 2.
And they're down to just two outs.
Yep, 2 outs away. Georgetown here in the top of the 7th with the 2-1 lead. Mona Smith trying to get the save. On deck is Harkins, who is 0 for 2. Pitch on the way. Across the plate on the fastball, the strike, 0-1.
This is a big win. If we can go 0-4 and then win and then sweep Bastrop, we'd be in great shape going into next week's Eastview series.
Pitch on the way. This one too far outside, 1-1. Yeah, the Battle of the San Gabriel starting up, as we always like to call it.
Which makes it look like it would be possible to be 8-0 through the first half of the race, and then you come into those four games, shall we call, a little bit of a test there when we play Cedar Park and Rouse back-to-back in 4 games.
Pitch high, called a ball, 2-1, 1 out. Nobody on for Elgin, but this is your tying run at the plate. Right-handed pitch, low and inside, 3-1. Mona Smith trying to get his rhythm here, and Coach Brindley going to quickly talk things over with Caleb. As Wyatt Childress also making his way up to the mound, they'll talk things over. Again, 3-1, 1 out. Georgetown leads 2-1. And the big thing that stands out tonight for Georgetown is leaving those 9 runners on base. And that's, you leave those guys on, and that's the difference right now.
That could be a killer. Who are those 2 ugly gentlemen you just had on there?
Yeah, Cole sneaking one in on me. On the old Whataburger cheek.
Yeah, another mention of food here.
3-1, 1 out. Mona Smith trying to get the save for Georgetown. He's got 2 outs to do it. Tying run at the plate, pitch inside. They call it? They did. 3-2, full count. Looked too close.
Obviously, we didn't get the fax of food. Or the email of food.
Pitch on the way. This one grounds foul. Over to the third base as David picks up on it. Jackson Ziosin warm in the bullpen right now. 3-2 payoff. And Georgetown going to get him here on a 2-3, Galen?
He's going to get, yep.
As it got away from the catcher there, but he's able to pick it up and throw it on a 2-3 out. Put out. Second out. 1 more to go. The first baseman, number 6, Jacob Harkins.
Who's actually the pitcher now.
That's correct. That is correct. Do you ever watch the Adam Sandler movies? I don't remember what it was. It was, the one where he goes back to school. Anyways, right pitch. Across the plate for the first strike, 0-1. That is correct. I'll have to pull that up for you, Galen.
Thank you.
Won't pull it up, bro. We'll do it after the broadcast. This one going to hit foul. The count 0-2, 1 strike away. Well, you're tying runs at the plate, so there's still a little life here for Elgin. Time at 9:03 p.m. here at Georgetown High School. The Eagles lead 2-1. 1 strike away from a victory as they will looking to improve to 4-0. Pitch way too far outside, and the count now 1-2.
Trying to get him to chase one.
Elgin trying to stay above 500. Georgetown trying to stay undefeated after their first 4 games of the season. Were we only on the 4th game?
Yeah, 4th district game.
Wow.
14 more to go. 12 more to go.
I think it's because I've been doing this training straight since Friday. I'm just out of touch with reality. 1-2, delivery, too low. Even count now, 2s across the board.
Well, if you throw in the non-district games, it'll be it's the 20th game of the year. So we're well over half the season of regular season. With 13 games left, because we got 1 non-district game thrown in there.
2-2, boy, it almost hits him. Got to be careful. Now it's a full count.
You don't want to put that tying run
on. No. Don't want to tying runs at the plate. You don't want to put the winning run at the plate. That be right, Galen? You got your tying run at bat right now.
Oh, yeah. You don't want him to get on base.
No.
Navajas is be coming up.
3-2. It's in the glove of Mona Smith. And he walked him. After going 1-2, you're tying run at first. You're winning. Well, you don't want to say winning because Georgetown still has an at-bat, but
right.
Your game breaker.
You're lead runner.
Yeah, see, I appreciate that, Galen. See, there's terminology. Your game breaker.
Ooh, they put in a pinch runner now. Number 11 has come in for Harkins since he's a courtesy runner.
Now, the courtesy runner out there for Harkins, beg your pardon, that's Jacob Nizenblatt again. Pitch on the way. This one grounds is foul. For Navajas. Navajas tonight is 0 for 1. Reached on a walk in the second and then popped one up over to first base in the fifth.
And you know who's on deck? Mr. Home Run.
Yeah. But tonight he's 0 for 2. Galen's talking about Ethan Owens. 0-1 the count, 2 outs. 1 base runner on, the tying base runner. Jacob Harkins, the lead runner at the plate. On the 0-1, the pitch. This one is going to hit over to right field. It's a base hit. And the runner's going to try to get over to third, and Georgetown is not going to be able to stop him. Galen, that's not what you wanted to happen. Navajas gets the hit. And Harkins will advance over to third. And now, Galen, your left fielder, number 23, Ethan Owens. So runners on the corners now. A base hit would tie the game.
The left fielder, number 23, Ethan Owens.
0-1, 2 outs. Georgetown holding on by a thread here in the top of the 7th, 2-1.
And we're going to have a conference here. He's going down to talk to his coach. And coach is telling him just put it over the fence.
Boy, things getting close up here tonight. Georgetown High School. Remember, we were 1 strike away, Galen. 1 strike away.
Here comes Foster. We're going to be seeing Mr. Jackson Seosin, I believe.
Yeah, Foster is talking things over with Mona Smith. Leander leading Vista Ridge 4-3 over in 25-6A in the bottom of the 6th, and Mona Smith will head off, I believe. And is this Jackson Seosin?
Yes. I like that pink infield in that picture.
It's the camera. It's the camera exposure. So Mona Smith will head back out, and now slinging them from the mound for Georgetown will be number 12, Jackson Seosin. So if he gets it, will he be credited with the save?
Yes, he will, definitely. The winning run, he's facing the potential go-ahead winning run.
Again, we appreciate everybody joining us tonight here on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. I'm Rob Hipp alongside my good friend and broadcast partner, Galen Wellnicki. Cole Smith, our technical director tonight, as well as our booth camera operator, Nathan Hyde, outside on our camera as well. And then our field cam tonight, David England. We talked about it earlier. We have some great camera work coming in. Couldn't do it without our video guys. Appreciate all their hard work, especially here tonight. You know, you do high school, we don't do it for the money, obviously. We do it because we enjoy it, and we've all got full-time jobs. Galen, you get to just chill all day, party. You've earned it, though, Galen.
Yeah.
You've earned it, man. Party animal.
While Seosin's warming up, Foster called Ryan Nation in and talked to him a little bit about playing the outfield.
So we'll see. Did Ryan Knights move down there?
No, they stayed in the same place. He just called him in to talk to about how they wanted it played.
I like how they come out with a new phone. I won't say which model, but it seems like my phone is always perfect until the manufacturer comes out with a new edition, and then all of a sudden, magically, my phone quits working. I think they do it on purpose.
It's the built-in obsolescence.
Yeah, I think they I seriously think they throw updates that crash it, you know?
Well, the colors aren't accurate. Yeah, they're especially on the infield. We got a pink tint to our infield, too.
That's just the bandwidth, yeah. That's this camera. So, here we go, Galen. The situation, the left fielder, number 23, Ethan Owens. Runners on the corners. Georgetown trails by 1, and Jackson Siosin going to try to save this one for Georgetown. The submarine-style pitcher. Getting hungry, talking about subs. Pitch on the way, and boy, almost hits him. Galen, goodness.
Now, let me ask you this. Now, you're the coach. Would you walk him to load the bases to get to a weaker hitter and load the bases and get to a weaker?
Actually a good strategy. I didn't think about that. 1-0, 2 outs. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2-1. Georgetown leads top of the 7th. I hate to keep bringing this up, Galen, but we were within 1 strike moments ago. And unfortunately, Georgetown not able to close it out here, and now they've got runners in the corners, and that's your tying run over at third, your lead runner at first, and if Georgetown allows this one, they've still got their at-bat, though, coming up.
Well, look at it this way. Whataburger's open 24 hours a day when the game gets over, no matter how long it is.
Well, we also record these games on a unfiltered platform, and what I mean unfiltered is the video quality is we keep it at what the actual rate is, and we've got 35 minutes on that recorder. It eats up a lot of data as far as storage space. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, 1-2.
Well, we're now 1 strike again away from.
Starting to sound like the Texas Rangers back in the World Series, opportunity when they were 1 strike away 2 times. Here on the 1-2, pitch on the way, swing and a miss. And Georgetown's going to get him here, and they will win the game on a 2-3. As the pitcher couldn't get under it, but hey, whatever. Georgetown able to hold on here, and Coach Foster going to have a lot to talk about here in this game. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, but 2 left on base. As we total them up tonight for Elgin, 1 run total, only 2 hits for the Wildcats. No errors in this ball game by either team, Galen, and 4 left on base for the Wildcats. As we look to Georgetown tonight, scoring those 2 runs, a critical one that they needed. Georgetown getting a hit in every inning except the 6th, so we'll give them 5 hits. But out of those 5 hits, Galen, leaving 9 on base. So 9 on base, 5 hits, you only score 1. That's not going to cut it, but hey, at the end of the day, we win 2-1. I'm going to head down to the field, Galen. I'll leave it with you to talk things over. We'll have our SHN Sports Georgetown Eagle Baseball Player of the Game, Mr. Logan Drake, and that interview with Coach Foster in a few moments. Galen?
That sounds good to me. Am I live right now? Okay, that's the music out in this. There are no style points. A 2-1 win in district is just as good as a 15-0 win, really, because they all count as a win. And now Georgetown's 4-0, which keeps them, no matter what happens with Cedar Park tonight, that keeps Georgetown on the top of the heap. And when we go to Bastrop now on Friday for a 7 o'clock game, and then come back home for a 1 o'clock game on Saturday. And there's a big series this weekend with Cedar Park and Rouse playing on back-to-back days on Friday and Saturday, and that could go a long way in deciding how the district is going to stack up. It's unusual, kind of unusual to have a rivalry game a rivalry game like that and a clutch game like that this early in the season. Then we go after we play Bastrop. Then we've got Tuesday and Thursday games on Easter week with Eastview. So the hope right now would be to sweep the rest of the month, get the win for, and go into the second half of the season 8-0. Because the schedule, Georgetown schedule, is backloaded. Because after we come back in April, we get Rouse and Cedar Park back to back, and then we've got Conley and Cedar Creek, which neither one of those are, from the score so far, are complete pushovers. So it's going to be a key issue here. Rob's getting down there. He's got Logan Drake with him. So I don't know when we're going to get ready to. I think they're ready for the interview.
Rob Hipp down on the field with Georgetown Eagle player of the game, Mr. Logan Drake. Logan, huge play, young man. Made a little double and then bringing in that RBI to give Georgetown the 2-1 lead tonight. Tough team this year. Talking about Elgin, man. They've improved from last year. What was it like tonight, though? I know you guys left 9 on base, but to come out here with a victory and improve to 4-0, tell us about the game tonight, Logan.
Well, I went into the game today knowing I was going to come with a big hit. I could just feel it. I knew Jackson was going to start due to the lefty on the mound, but I feel like I was going to come through for my team and stuff and help them out and help them win.
Well, there was a lot in that moment because I think you were down 2 strikes in that, coming up with that big hit right up the middle. Can you talk about just once again the play and you guys coming out of here with that 2-1? What's it like getting the victory over Elgin now? It's a tough team. Tell us a little bit more about that and just what led it up to tonight.
It feels pretty good to be 4-0 in district. Got some good opponents coming up, but it feels like where we're sitting right now. I got Rouse up ahead. I think Bastrop's next, but I feel good like where we're sitting.
Well, talking about Rouse, I think Coach Crimpine was in the audience tonight, man, so he's over here scouting. But, a lot of good friends at Rouse, great school, coached by a great coach, just like here in Georgetown. But, Logan, can you talk about what this year has meant to you now and what's it been like playing with these guys here at Georgetown for the past couple of years? Tell us about your relationship with the team and how all that's been for you.
It's been awesome. Moved here freshman year and just loved these guys ever since I got here. It's been an enjoyable time.
And, Logan, you're a senior now, man. So, for me as broadcast, I get to watch all you guys grow up. Yeah. So, it's been cool, and I've known you for a while, Logan. But before we go tonight, who do you want to send a shout-out to tonight, man? Some love out there. Who do you got on the cameras right there on your face? We got a new camera. We got it for you, Logan. Just kidding, we didn't. But who do you want to send a shout-out to tonight?
Shout out to my mom, sitting right there. Supports me, takes me everywhere, always there for me.
Awesome. Well, hey, when the mom's in the house, you got to say it, man. So, once again, our Georgetown Eagle baseball player of the game, Mr. Logan Drake. Logan, great game tonight, young man. Logan Drake giving his team the victory tonight with that RBI, coming up huge, getting the double. Now down here on the field as we transition right over to Coach Adam Foster. Coach, win tonight. I know a win's a win. Tonight, though, leaving, and I got to mention this, just talking technical, leaving 9 on base, but able to come out of here with a victory. Can you talk about it tonight, Coach?
Yeah, so leaving a small army on is not what we really want to do, but you got to give credit to Dante Woodard. Man, he did really well. We struck out a little bit more tonight than we cared to, but I know Logan was the player of the game, and obviously we don't win without that knock, but Grayson Smith deserves a lot of credit, man. He competed his butt off to keep us in that ball game. Absolutely,
he did. And this year, wanted to spread the love with everybody. So Grayson didn't want to leave him out, though. A great night tonight for Grayson as well. Well, Coach, you guys now, and I wanted to mention this too, though. You got 5 hits through 5 innings. So every inning you're at least getting a hit. Talk about getting on base tonight because you guys got there. You had a couple of times where those bases were loaded. Talk about that tonight, Coach.
Yeah, we're that's our ultimate. And Logan got a pinch hit when they took the lefty out, and came up with a big knock for us right there. And, Caleb and Jackson came in and did what we expected them to do.
A lot of credit to Elgin as, again, we talked about it last Thursday. I keep saying Friday, man. I'm still on weird time with all the training I'm doing outside of everything else. But talking about Elgin, coming in this year, a much improved team. But you guys now, the Eagles, transition 4-0 in District 19-5. Man, I think I saw Coach Crimpina in the audience tonight, if I'm not mistaken. So, Rouse is out there as well. Can you talk about, I know it's only through 4 games, 2 series now. Can you talk about how the team and how you guys feel at this point right now as we really start to wind through District 19-5A now that things are up and running?
Well, we're gonna practice practice on Wednesday and Thursday, and then we're going to get after Bastrop on Friday and Saturday. And other than that, that's all we're really going to worry about.
Hey, Coach, I like it. You know, one game at a time. I think a lot of coaches, they always say everything is now we're back to 0-0. So the series starts back over. Bastrop on Friday. We'll be there. I may be a little bit late, but we'll get there, Coach, and excited about it. So, again, appreciate you this season. Once again, appreciate it. Thank you, Coach. That was Coach Adam Foster, Georgetown Eagles. Georgetown improves to 4-0, defeating Elgin. Elgin falls to 2-2. But, again, you got to give just a big shout-out to Elgin tonight as they fought hard here on the Eagles field. You know, 9 runners getting on, nine getting on base, but not able to go anywhere. Man, Elgin did a great job tonight. But, again, wanted to shout out to the Georgetown pitcher as well. Grayson doing some great work as well. We'll send it back up to the booth with Galen Wellnicki, Cole Smith. Back up to you guys.
Well, and as Adam said, there was a lot of good things going around tonight. The infield played airless ball, which was great. Kept the ball out of the air and kept the ball out from going too far out in the outfield most of the game. Then, Adam talked about the strikeouts, and we did strike out 11 times. We left the 9 batters on base. And, a lot of times you do that, you're not going to win a game. But they scrapped through and got the hit by Drake and won the game. And then Jackson Siosin came in and got the final out that we needed on a strikeout. So that, as I said earlier, style points don't count right now. And when you get in district in the playoffs, just winning by 1, you joke it's 10 after 5, but it's only 1 after 7, and getting that one run is very important. And the way the schedule's set up this year with the 2-game series back to back, unlike basketball or softball, where you play you play every team in the first half and then come back and play every team at the other side in the second half. Here you're playing people back to back in the same week. One of the things about that is you don't get in a situation where you have to face a pitcher for the other team twice. And that makes it an even. And Rob's back up in the press box here. I think to close things down for us, and we'll be excited to be in Bastrop, another town where there's a South Side market.
That's right. Hey, I told Cole, man, when he's up here, Cole can get on the mic, man. Cole knows what's going on. So, well, again, Galen, we talked to Coach a few moments ago, and hey, I wanted to mention what Coach said too. I didn't want to, forget about Grayson because he had a great night tonight from behind the mound. But as we're live on the camera here, Galen, Cole likes to put it on in front of us here. So now we talk about this game. I was fumbling around my words out there, but talking about the runners that were left on base, or the hitters left on base tonight. I guess you say runners left on base, leaving 9 of them up there. And as Coach Foster said, at the end of the day, it's about the win, but Georgetown's got to improve here. Let's face it, we're 4 games through, 4-0, which is where the Eagles want to be, against a very quality team. Both teams, Hutto and now Elgin, 2 quality teams here in 19-5A. And Elgin, though, goes to 500 at 2-2. But we talk about this now as, Galen, you've got the schedule there, but we move on now to Bastrop. That game will be taking place on Friday. Then we'll be right back here at home on Tuesday. But, Galen, your initial thoughts here after 4 games here in the 19-5A season for the Georgetown Eagles?
Well, let's put it this way. To be honest, the play with Rouse and possibly with Cedar Park, we're going to have to clean up a few things. You can't leave those runners on base. You got to make contact with the ball, and that was a little bit of a question tonight with 11 strikeouts.
And and that's kind of the dagger in this one. If it wasn't for Logan really coming in and give Grayson credit, he did a phenomenal job from behind that mound tonight, as he had to work through a lot of adversity as well. But you don't get that hit by Logan, we may still be sitting here broadcasting, right, to be honest.
And Woodard, and you got to look at it from 2 points of view too. Woodard pitched a heck of a game for them because he got out of those 2 bases loaded situations, and the game could have got out of hand real quick in Georgetown's favor with those bases loaded like that. But he was able to get out, and I'll tell you what, he he dictated things to the bottom half of our lineup. He had, I think I said earlier, 6 of his strikeouts down there on that bottom part of the lineup.
Well, there's negatives to take out of everything. There's positives to take out of everything. And if you want to look at something positive versus the negative of leaving those 9 on tonight, look at the positive. Georgetown getting a single hit in 5 innings tonight, which that's not bad. Coming out, getting 1 hit, just unfortunately leaving them on base. But you got to give Georgetown credit as they come out of here with that victory tonight, 2-1. And now we move on to Bastrop. So let's quickly talk about that, Galen. I'm not sure where Bastrop sits right now in 19-5A, but again, a very capable ball club as well.
They're 0-3 coming into tonight because they got beaten the first game of their rivalry series with Cedar Creek 10-1, which was a real surprise for everybody which put Cedar Creek in a fifth place tie with Hutto at 1-2.
Well, you know, when you're down like that, I'm not sure what the final was tonight for Bastrop, but when you're down in that type of predicament, they're going to be coming out. The Bears are going to be hungry, and how many know a bear can take on an eagle as far as the food chain goes?
Yeah, the Bears, you know, they for first series was Cedar Park, and those games were real close. Of course, Cedar Park's got the reputation of not being a hitting ball club this year. They've always had the reputation of being able to pitch the ball.
Well, again, Galen, final comments from you before we sign off here tonight, partner.
I'm just happy that we're where we are right now in the district, 4-0, no style points right now. We, just a W. And I said before, one run is as good as 15 at this point in the season for the rest of the season, because every game except one, the rest of the way counts that we play. And that Stony Point non-district game with Stony Point, and that's stuck in there just for the reason that you don't have a full week off. And at that point in the season when we have our bye, that's not a good thing to have it, unless you got a bunch of injured players and you're trying to get them healthy. You need to play and get ready for the playoffs. And we got a very tough district to go against. We got 3 of the top-ranked teams in the state are in that district. So even if we win the district, we might play a really good team, because both Tomball teams are fairly good, and Brenham's good, and so is Magnolia. So you're in
the mix.
Yeah.
Well, again, friends, the final score tonight, Georgetown victorious 2-1, closing the game out for the Eagles, saving the game for the Eagles, Jackson Seosin coming in, and Georgetown, though, doing a great job. Grayson Smith, give him a lot of credit as well. If we had a co-player of the game, he would have been it tonight. Logan Drake getting that knock, though, to really get Georgetown over the edge. So, Galen, again, 2-1, the final tonight, and all is well here in Georgetown, Texas.
That's true.
I'm Rob Hipp for Galen Wellnicki. Cole Smith, our technical director and camera operator / doing it all up here tonight, as well as Nathan Hyde also out there on camera, and David England doing a great job as well on our field cam tonight. Again, your happy final score, Georgetown 2, Elgin 1. As I always like to say, friends, remember we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other, so provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there tonight needs you. And again, our thoughts and prayers go with all of those in Austin, Texas, affected by these bombings that are going off. Again, our thoughts and prayers deeply within the Austin community. That's right down our backyard, and so we will definitely be keeping our thoughts and prayers with you guys, and also hope that they find who is committing these acts of crime.
One getting 50 miles away in shirts, it was the package was sent in Austin, but it got the shirt. This is telling people there's nobody safe. Anybody could get one of these packages delivered.
Well, keep your guard up out there, friends. Again, the final score tonight, 2-1. We will be back on the air from Bastrop, Texas on Friday. Until then, have a great night. God bless everyone. Thanks for joining us for another edition of Georgetown Eagle Baseball here on the SHN Network. Good night, everyone.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Hipp Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Hipp Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Hipp Network and SHNSports.com.